Chapter 980. Lin Xian directly reached out and picked up the deep ghost Yama. Be careful. Bai Xian couldn't help but remind him. However, she saw that Lin Xian didn't have any abnormalities. Was this person immune to poison? I'm going to refine the pill. Help me guard. Lin Xian said to Bai Xian. When Lin Xian asked her to find an alchemy furnace, Bai Xian knew that Lin Xian was going to refine pills. However, in her impression, very few people knew how to refine pills. She really didn't expect that Lin Xian actually knew how to refine pills. How old was he? Although she didn't understand, from the grade of these herbs, the pills that Lin Xian was refining were definitely not simple. It was really magical. Lin Xian's imperial physician saint technique not only gave him various medical skills, but also made him proficient in alchemy. Moreover, he had the fire attribute, so he was qualified to refine pills. Previously, when he was in Tianhua City, he had refined a pill and gave it to Wang Fugui's girlfriend, Lu Junjun's father. However, that pill's grade was far from being as high as this one. However, Lin Xian felt that there shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Bai Xian nodded and then closed the door of the garage. She turned on the light and stood there quietly. Lin Xian opened the alchemy furnace. Then, the fire attribute energy burst out and turned into a few tongues of flame that burned the alchemy furnace. An hour later, Lin Xian took a deep breath and wiped the sweat on his forehead. Lin Xian's face was a little pale and his body suddenly staggered. Bai Xian rushed over and quickly supported Lin Xian. Are you okay? Bai Xian asked worriedly. Lin Xian shook his head. I'm fine. It's just a loss of spirit energy. Go and open the alchemy furnace. Bai Xian then let go of Lin Xian and walked towards the alchemy furnace. Bang! She slapped the alchemy furnace and the lid of the alchemy furnace flew out. Then, a medicinal fragrance immediately filled the air. Bai Xian was very surprised. The pill that was refined from poisonous herbs was actually fragrant. How could one distinguish whether a pill was poisonous or not? Actually, the simplest method was to use the medicinal fragrance. If there was medicinal fragrance during the refining process, it meant that the pill wasn't poisonous. Although it was a little general, it was basically very useful. Bai Xian then took the pill and walked towards Lin Xian. Lin Xian took a look at it. Not bad. Will grandfather be fine after he eats this pill? Bai Xian asked expectantly. Of course not. This pill is just a primer. It is equivalent to a prerequisite. Only with the medicinal power of this pill can the treatment be carried out. Of course, this pill is very important. Lin Xian then stood up. Bai Xian nodded slightly. She was now. Was. To treat. Bai and Bai's Bai Haojuan had already walked out and was sitting in the living room drinking tea. When he saw Bai Xian and Lin Xian walking in together, he hurriedly stood up. Xian, little Xian, both of you are here. Bai Haojuan smiled as he looked at them. Grandfather. Bai Xian hurriedly walked over to support Bai Haojuan. It's fine. Grandfather is fine. Lin Xian looked at Bai Haojuan and said, Old man, let me treat you. Treat. Lin Xian nodded slightly. Grandfather, Lin Xian can really treat you. Let him try. Bai Xian said. Although Bai Haojuan felt strange and surprised, he absolutely believed in his granddaughter. If his granddaughter said she could do it, then she could definitely do it. However, he actually didn't have too much expectation. Because he was very clear about his own situation. He was also very clear that no matter how hard his granddaughter tried, she couldn't do anything. Prepare a basin and a towel. Lin Xian said to Bai Xian. Bai Xian hurriedly walked away and quickly came out with a towel and basin. Old man, the following process might be a little painful. You have to bear with it. Lin Xian said to Bai Haojuan. What kind of injuries have I not suffered in my life? Come. Bai Haojuan sat on the sofa and said to Lin Xian. Lin Xian nodded. Okay. Then, Lin Xian took out the pill. "Old man, eat this pill first." Bai Haojuan swallowed the pill without hesitation. He believed in Lin Xian because Lin Xian had saved him before. He believed in Lin Xian's character. He believed in his granddaughter even more. His granddaughter would definitely not harm him. Thus, there was nothing to hesitate about. "Old man, circulate your spirit energy. In my grandfather's situation, circulating spirit energy will accelerate the spread of the poison." Bai Xianxian said to Lin Xian worriedly. "I know. Okay." Bai Haojuan nodded and circulated his spirit energy. At the same time, Lin Xian took out dozens of silver needles and quickly inserted them into Bai Haojuan's body. The speed was so fast that Bai Xianxian could not see it clearly. One must know that Bai Xuanxuan's realm was not low. She was in the Empyrean realm. She would probably reach the absolute virtual realm soon. If she was not strong enough, she would not be able to suppress the entire Azura Palace. Golden needle acupuncture? Bai Xianxian revealed a stunned expression. She roughly understood that the golden needle acupuncture point was a kind of acupuncture point realm. Only after reaching a certain realm could it be called the golden needle acupuncture point realm. It seemed to be a very profound realm. Lin Xianxian was so young, even younger than her. Not only was his alchemy skills so powerful, he was even able to release the golden needle acupuncture point realm. Bai Xianxian could clearly see that every silver needle that Lin Xian inserted into Bai Haojuan's body was slowly turning black. 2 minutes later, Lin Xian inserted all the silver needles into Bai Haojuan's body. He let out a long sigh as sweat seeped out of his forehead. Every single silver needle was not simply inserted into Bai Haojuan's body. Every single needle used Lin Xian's spirit energy, and it was not a small amount. "Knife," Lin Xian said to Bai Xianxian. Bai Xianxian was stunned for a moment, then she quickly handed over one of her daggers. "Old master, hold it in." Lin Xian then directly cut the flesh on Bai Haojuan's arm. Ugh! Bai Haojuan had his eyes closed the entire time. Even when his arm was cut, he only moved a little and let out a small groan from his throat. Obviously, he was not an ordinary person who had never suffered before. Lin Xian's 2 fingers quickly pressed on Bai Haojuan's body. At the same time, the medicinal effect of the pill took effect. Sizzle, a large amount of black blood sprayed out from Bai Haojuan's wound, but Lin Xian covered it with a towel. The entire towel turned black and Lin Xian threw it into the basin. Bai Xianxian was incomparably nervous as she watched from the side. With another tap, all the silver needles on Bai Haojuan's body were shot out. Then, he cried out and fainted. Lin Xian wiped his sweat and collapsed on the ground. "Grandfather." Lin Xian. Bai Xianxian did not know what to do. Did he succeed or what? Lin Xian said while gasping for breath, "All right, bandage his wound and help him to the bed to rest. He will be fine when he wakes up." Bai Xianxian revealed an incomparably surprised expression and nodded her head. Then, she bandaged Bai Haojuan's wound and helped him to the bed before walking out. Chapter 981. Lin Xian was lying on the floor. Damn it. So tired. Normally, he wouldn't be this tired. However, Yiren Bing had almost squeezed him dry. Now, he felt extremely tired and didn't want to move at all. Bai Xianxian walked out and looked at Lin Xian. She bit her red lips and helped Lin Xian up. "You should rest in your room first." She helped Lin Xian into her room and let Lin Xian lie on her bed. "Rest first. Do you want to eat something? I'll make it for you." Bai Xianxian said to Lin Xian. "Eat. I want to eat red braised meat, chili fried meat and corn pork rib soup. Make it more flavorful. I like heavy tastes." Lin Xian said to Bai Xianxian. "Okay, wait a moment." Bai Xianxian then walked out of the room. After walking out, she looked at Bai Haojuan again. She could clearly see that Bai Haojuan's face had become rosy and his breathing had stabilized. Bai Xianxian was completely relieved. Really, at that moment, she was so happy that tears fell down. After so many years, her worried heart could finally be at ease. Her gratitude towards Lin Xian was indescribable. Ding! By Xuanxuan's favorability towards you plus 50. A system notification sounded out in Lin Xian's mind. Lin Xian's lips curled up. 4 by Xian, by Haojuan was her everything for the past 26 years. Only she knew the panic and uneasiness in her heart. Lin Xian had helped her heal by Haojuan, which was equivalent to healing her everything. It wasn't an exaggeration to say that her favorability towards him had increased by 50. The reason was simple. Something happened to your mother. She was your only family in this world. You were even willing to die in exchange for her life. Just like that, you lived for 10 years. When you couldn't take it anymore, a person saved her. This person had even been intimate with you in bed before. It was normal for her favorability to increase. Lin Xian smiled. I'm afraid that this mission is about to be completed. I should be able to obtain the time attribute today. Lin Xian muttered to himself. However, Bai Xian was truly extremely beautiful and charming. Furthermore, those light purple pupils of hers were truly capable of causing one's imagination to run wild. She was the leader of the Azura Palace. She was the most obedient girl at home, and in the Azura Palace, she was the one who commanded the entire Azura Palace. Lin Xian realized that the girls around him were each more perverted than the other. The lord of the Azura Palace, the daughter of a great family, the daughter of the Holy Shrine's lord, the future successor of the Holy Shrine, the younger sister of the Holy Shrine's lord, the Void Fox, the Empress, the Demon God. What the hell? No, if he could get his hands on all these girls, then the power behind them would be… What the hell? Bai Xian had prepared a meal for Lin Xian. Together with the food that she had prepared previously, it was quite sumptuous. She wore an apron and walked into the room. Lin Xian had also rested enough. He was currently lying on her bed, playing with his phone and chatting with girls. Lin Xian had almost forgotten that he had to write a song for an Xian. Although an Xian wasn't in a hurry, Lin Xian was in a hurry. He had to quickly write a few songs for her so that he could woo her. Holy shit! He really had a lot of girls around him. It's done. How do you feel now? I feel alright. Let's eat. Lin Xian walked down the bed. When he passed by Xian, he forcefully pinched her perky butt. Bai Xuanxuan's beautiful little face instantly flushed red. She was a person who kept her word. Since Lin Xian had helped her cure her grandfather, she was now Lin Xian's woman. Therefore, she could accept Lin Xian's action. Although her body couldn't take it. Then, Bai Xian followed Lin Xian out. Lin Xian looked at the beautiful dishes and secretly praised them. These girls were all very beautiful and their culinary skills were also very good. I heard that you met with an accident during the Martial Arts Academy's examination? Bai Xian scooped rice for Lin Xian and handed a pair of chopsticks to Lin Xian. Then, she sat in front of Lin Xian and asked, "And how did you know? Although I have been looking for herbs for the past few days and didn't pay attention to your news, this news was spread by the examinees. They said that you met with danger from the Heavenly Dao Realm?" Bai Xian was very surprised. Heavenly Dao Realm. That was the pinnacle of existence in the continent. How did Lin Xian provoke such an existence? Lin Xian ate a mouthful of food and pondered. He didn't know if it was good or bad. If this news were to spread, it might make his enemies fear him and not dare to make a move. However, wouldn't it also make it obvious? It shouldn't be because everyone only knew that there was a Heavenly Dao Realm. No one knew what had happened. It was even more impossible for them to know that Linglong Shui, who was beside Lin Xian, was also a Heavenly Dao Realm expert. Then, it was even more impossible for them to know that the Heavenly Dao Realm expert, Yi Renbing, didn't even want to move after being slapped by him. Of course, he didn't have a single drop left. "It's nothing. Don't think too much about it," Lin Xian said. And Bai Xian didn't ask any further. Since it was already like this, her attitude towards Lin Xian was already that of Lin Xian's woman. "I will transfer the Azura Palace to you tomorrow. When the time comes, I will bring you to the main hall for the handover ceremony." The Azura Palace's assets and businesses will also be transferred to you. Bai Xianxian said. No need. Bai Xianxian looked at Lin Xian suspiciously. Lin Xian raised his head to look at Bai Xianxian and said, You are my woman. Doesn't that mean that your things are my things? You can manage the Azura Palace however you like. I will help you develop the Azura Palace. I also want to develop my own faction. Now that I have the Azura Palace, I can develop it directly on the foundation of the Azura Palace. All right. Bai Xianxian nodded. Previously, she didn't want to develop the Azura Palace. It was fine as it was. But now, since Lin Xian wanted to develop it, she would strengthen the Azura Palace once again. The Ya Xian Group can become the Azura Palace's capital chain. At the same time, with the Ya Xian Group's appeal, it shouldn't be difficult to strengthen it. Lin Xian said. It's not difficult. However, don't you want to know about the Azura Palace's situation? Bai Xianxian asked. She roughly understood what Lin Xian said. The Azura Palace was still hers. However, she was Lin Xian's woman. What was hers belonged to Lin Xian. She didn't care about it. Tell me about it. Lin Xian nodded. The Azura Palace has about 120 heavenly venerables. As for the Grand Dominion Realm, I don't know how many there are. It has been a long time since I checked. However, there are 10 absolute Void Realm experts. Lin Xian. No wonder the Azura Palace was said to be a faction that surpassed the 8 great clans. 120 heavenly venerables and 10 absolute Void Realm experts. What the hell? This was too amazing. How many experts are there in Lin and City? Lin and City only has 2 heavenly venerables. You have seen one of them. Lin and City is not the Azura Palace's main development area. The Azura Palace's main development area is Tianlin City. Bai Xianxian said. Tianlin City. There are about 70 to 80 heavenly venerables in Tianlin City. That's why you can't sense the Azura Palace's presence in Lin and City. Bai Xianxian said. Chapter 982. Tianlin City was a city next to Divine Capital. As the largest city in the continent, Tianlin City was on the same level as Divine Capital. There were 4 great families in Tianlin City. These 4 great families were on the same level as the 8 great families in Divine Capital. They weren't any weaker than any of them. Since the Azura Palace mainly developed there, it meant that the Azura Palace could cover the sky with one hand in Tianlin City. Indeed, Lin Xian couldn't sense the existence of the Azura Palace in Lin and City. However, he should be able to sense it in Tianlin City. Speaking of which, you were the one who founded the Azura Palace. The first members were your parents' friends. How did you manage to develop it to over 100 heavenly venerables and 10 absolute ethereal realm experts? How did you get them to join? Lin Xian asked doubtfully. It was very strange. Not to mention the absolute ethereal realm, even heavenly venerables didn't matter to them. Who would want to join another force and be ordered around by others? Maybe there were a few occasionally, but over 100. When the Azura Palace was founded, there were about 10 heavenly venerables. With the help of some families, it wasn't bad. Later what? Later, I found a sacred level 9 colored sacred lotus. Then, I realized that I could break away from the divine child system by cultivating beside it. Lin Xian frowned. The 9-colored sacred lotus was the top existence among the 9-colored spirit lotuses. It could be said that it was the king of 9-colored spirit lotuses. It was one of the top spirit objects of heaven and earth on this continent. You're talking about, because of the existence of the divine child system, we humans can kill demonic beasts to level up. However, when we reach the heavenly venerables level, it might be easy to defeat them, but it's extremely difficult to kill them. Therefore, when we reach the heavenly venerables level, it's actually very difficult to level up. However, the 9-colored spirit lotuses release a terrifying amount of heaven and earth spiritual energy. We can meditate near the 9-colored spirit lotuses. Martial artists with high talent can even level up by 1 star in a week and 3 stars in a year. In a way, the speed of leveling up isn't slow compared to killing demonic beasts. Moreover, there's no danger to one's life. Bai Xianxian said. Lin Xian, wasn't this the normal way of cultivation? Abandon the cultivation of the divine subsystem. The God spawn system was a shortcut, but no matter how good the shortcut was, after reaching a certain level, you would find it harder and harder to take. Bing Lingyue didn't have the God's child system. She didn't even have it now. She relied on her own cultivation. Bai Xianxian's intention was to do so. He had the Son of God system, but at that level, killing monsters was too difficult, and the danger to his life was too great. However, meditating near the 9-colored sacred lotus could help him level up. To martial artists, this was a great attraction. I think, before the humans obtained the God's child system, they all cultivated like this. I've tried it before, and it's indeed very suitable. I've leaked this information out, and in the past few years, more and more people have joined the Azura Palace. There's a point system, and I don't look at one's cultivation realm. Only when one's points have reached a certain amount can one go there to cultivate. Therefore, although those heavenly venerables came here to cultivate for the 9-colored sacred lotus, they also invested a lot of effort into the Azura Palace, Bai Xianxian said. Aren't you afraid of it being stolen? Lin Xian asked. That won't happen. I've set up a seal there, and no one can break it. Not even Great Void Realm experts, unless they're in the Heavenly Dao Realm. However, that kind of cultivation has little effect on Heavenly Dao Realm experts, so I'm not worried. Therefore, it can be said that this 9-colored sacred lotus is what made the Azura Palace what it is. Furthermore, what? This 9-colored sacred lotus is probably about to give birth to sentience. Bai Xianxian said. Lin Xian frowned. I brought the 9-colored sacred lotus from where I found it. As for others, even those in the Great Void Realm, they can't get close to the 9-colored sacred lotus. The 9-colored sacred lotus will erupt with a repulsive force, preventing them from getting close. They can only cultivate nearby. Now, every time I go there, it won't release that force. I can even touch it. Don't you think it's giving birth to sentience? Lin Xian, holy sh*t. For it to give birth to sentience, it would have to exist for thousands of years, right? No, at least 10,000 years. This 9-colored sacred lotus has existed for at least 10,000 years. I once read in an ancient book that extremely high-grade worldly spiritual items, such as the 9-colored sacred lotus, will have a chance to transform after many years after it gives birth to sentience. After many more years, it can even transform into a human form. Although history has never recorded a plant transforming into a human form, in theory, it definitely exists. I feel that this 9-colored sacred lotus has the potential to do so. Bai Xianxian said. Lin Xian, to be able to encounter such a sacred item was actually a stroke of good fortune for Bai Xianxian. No, she had encountered it, but she was able to bring it here. That was the most terrifying thing. This 9-colored sacred lotus was probably something that ordinary Great Void Realm experts could not defeat. Don't think that it's just a plant. The strength it can produce is unimaginable. It can probably instantly kill a heavenly venerable. According to what Bai Xianxian said, the 9-colored sacred lotus had probably given birth to sentience. If there's a chance, I'll bring you to take a look. Bai Xianxian said. Alright, I also want to see such a sacred item. Right, is there a 9-colored spirit lotus beside the 9-colored sacred lotus? Lin Xian asked. N. Bai Xianxian nodded. The 9-colored sacred lotus is the emperor of 9-colored spirit lotuses. Its worldly spiritual energy is extremely powerful. At the place where I found the 9-colored sacred lotus, there were 9-colored spirit lotuses everywhere. Now, the place where I placed the 9-colored sacred lotus is also filled with 9-colored spirit lotuses. Although there aren't many of them, because most of them have been plucked by me as rewards for those cultivators. Lin Xian, will the 9-colored sacred lotus be unhappy? I don't think so. These are just born from its powerful strength and not its sons or daughters. Many times when I went there, it even took the initiative to give me a top-grade 9-colored spirit lotus. Furthermore, when I refined the 9-colored spirit lotus, my cultivation level would increase. However, the more I used, the less effective it would be, Bai Xianxian said. Lin Xian was not surprised. Although cultivators seem to rely on the God's child system to cultivate, some worldly spiritual treasures could directly increase one's cultivation level. Lin Xian had experienced it many times. However, the 9-colored sacred lotus had taken the initiative to give her a 9-colored spirit lotus. It definitely had sentience. An existence that had existed for tens of thousands of years. That was really exaggerated. If there are many 9-colored spirit lotuses, I am preparing to let the Art Pavilion Corporation start the next project. It can increase the purity of a cultivator's attributes. The main formula is the 9-colored spirit lotus. Lin Xian said. I can provide it, but the quantity is indeed not a lot. Enough. Chapter 983. At that time, the attribute-increasing potions would definitely not be sold in large quantities. Lin Xian actually had more than 1,000 9-colored spirit lotuses, but in Lin Xian's opinion, it was far from enough. However, with Bai Xuanxuan's help, it should be enough. Bai Xianxian also didn't know what Lin Xian wanted to do, but in fact, she had some understanding of it. She also knew that there might be a type of potion that could increase a warrior's attributes, but she wasn't sure. Alright, what's your time attribute purity? Lin Xian asked. Less than 50, around 48. What's wrong? Bai Xianxian picked up a piece of meat for Lin Xian and asked doubtfully. Lin Xian pondered for a moment. A purity of 48 for the time attribute is actually pretty good. It's too difficult to cultivate. My control of time is actually not that high. This is also the reason why I mainly cultivate the fire attribute. Bai Xianxian said. Actually, it has a lot to do with the time attribute purity. Lin Xian then exchanged for an attribute increasing potion. Previously, he indeed didn't have enough Adonis points, but now he had a few 100 million on him. All of it was obtained from Yi Renbing. The system was also more humane. It would depend on the level of excellence of the girl. No, it couldn't be said to be the level of excellence. For example, between Xiao Runing and Yi Renbing, Lin Xian had sex with Xiao Runing and increased his Adonis points by tens of millions. This was very normal. However, he had sex with Yi Renbing and increased his Adonis points by hundreds of millions. It didn't mean that Yi Renbing was many times more outstanding than Xiao Runing. Perhaps, to a certain extent, it was more a type of difficulty. No matter how difficult it was for Xiao Runing, she was still a human. Her current strength was at most around 5 stars of domain realm. This was because she spent a lot of time teaching. Otherwise, she would definitely be a heavenly venerable now. What about Yi Renbing? Apart from being at the heavenly Dao realm, Yi Renbing's position was that of a fey goddess that was hostile to humans. She was on the opposite side of Lin Xian. Therefore, it was reasonable for her to give Lin Xian so many Adonis points. Furthermore, it wasn't just once. Furthermore, Lin Xian had only given her Adonis points and slapped her twice. Then, there were acts of violence. All of them increased her Adonis points. Therefore, Lin Xian wasn't stingy. What is this? Bai Xianxian received the attribute increasing potion and looked at Lin Xian in confusion. You'll know when you use it. Lin Xian kept him in suspense. This was a potion that increased the purity of the time attribute. It was something that Murong Qing yearned for even in her dreams. However, Lin Xian hadn't given it to her. Why not? Lin Xian was looking for an opportunity. Murong Qing was one of his mission targets. As for this girl, she was a little special. Although she seemed to be in an ambiguous relationship with Lin Xian, it was actually very difficult to take her down. Furthermore, she knew or could have guessed that Lin Xian had many little secrets. For example, which girl he might be in a relationship with, she probably had a pretty good idea. However, this Bai Xianxian. When Lin Xian saw the favorability, he didn't have anything to worry about. Although she was a heavenly venerable and had a noble status as the master of the Azura Palace, she had no status in front of Lin Xian because of what had happened between her and Lin Xian. She had already been taken down. Whether she was willing or not, Lin Xian could have sex with her at any time. However, looking at her favorability, there was almost no chance for her to resist. Although Lin Xian understood that a lot of the reason was to repay a debt of gratitude, it didn't matter. He would obediently take her down first. Therefore, Lin Xian naturally wouldn't be stingy when it came to his own woman. Bai Xian looked at the potion in confusion. She couldn't see what it was. However, she thought about it. Lin Xian had already taken her body and her Azura Palace. To Lin Xian, she didn't have any more value. Therefore, this thing shouldn't harm her. Bai Xian didn't hesitate to use it. A wave of energy burst out from her delicate body. Bai Xian seriously felt the change in her strength. Then, she gradually became shocked. This is... Bai Xian raised her head and looked at Lin Xian in shock. Attribute Increasing Potion, which is the project that my Art Pavilion group is preparing to develop. How is it? How much did it increase? 25%. Your luck is pretty good. This potion can increase your attribute by 30% at most. The lowest is 10%. There's no way to control it. You directly increased it by 25%. That's already pretty good. Now, your time attribute's purity is more than 70. That's pretty good. Lin Xian said. This thing is so terrifying. Is this really just a potion? Bai Xian looked at Lin Xian in disbelief. She had such a powerful attribute, and she understood how difficult it was to increase the purity of such a powerful attribute. Time, space, and even darkness attributes were almost impossible to increase by relying on heaven and earth spirit items because they were too rare. However, with just a single potion, she had actually increased it by so much. It was truly shocking. It's a potion, but the one I'm giving you is a top-notch one. When the time comes, it will at most increase a cultivator's attribute by 1%. However, even if it's just 1%, Bai Xian continued, even if it's 1%, it might not be much to cultivators with low cultivation. However, for cultivators with high cultivation, this 1% is something that they would break their heads to obtain. Lin Xian nodded his head. I saw your press conference before, and you said that there would be an attribute increasing potion for sale. However, until now, there hasn't been one. I felt that it was quite difficult, so I didn't really believe it. However, I believe it now. Nonsense, you increased it by 25%. How can I not believe it? Lin Xian rolled his eyes. Bai Xian felt awkward. She was too clear that if this thing was really sold, the Art Pavilion group would once again welcome a peek. Thank you. Bai Xian looked at Lin Xian gratefully. What are you thanking me for? You're my woman, and the Azura Palace is also mine. Isn't it better for me if you become stronger? Bai Xian nodded her head. At that time, you said that you would buy the 9-colored spiritual lotus at a high price. Is the 9-colored spiritual lotus the formula for this potion? Lin Xian nodded his head. Yes. I understand. I will send people to collect the 9-colored spiritual lotus over there. Don't worry. When I have time, I will go with you to Tianlin City. I also want to see the 9-colored spiritual lotus with my own eyes. All right. After the meal, Lin Xian happily laid down on Bai Xuan's bed. Bai Xian tidied up a little and washed the dishes. She took a glance at her grandfather's condition. Seeing that Bai Haojuan's condition was quite good, she was completely relieved. Bai Xian took a glance at Lin Xian, who was lying on the bed in her room. Then, she slightly bit her lips and walked into the bathroom. Chapter 984. About 15 minutes later, Lin Xian was still chatting with the girls. That's right, Lin Xian shamelessly joined the group that all the girls were in. What were they talking about? They were just talking about Lin Xian. Now that Lin Xian was fine, they all heaved a sigh of relief. Now that an XIN was also added to the group, they were discussing an XIN songs. What did an XIN suggest? Although she had never met all of them and had only seen a few of them, she had heard from Meow Xiao Meow that these sisters were all super beautiful. She thought that Meow Xiao Meow was also very beautiful, so why did she use so many super words? Then Meow Xiao Meow told her how pretty they were. Clicking on the trending topic, there were a few photos that were still hanging on the trending topic. Those were the photos of the girls shopping, and among them was Ling Long Shui. The people who adored them on the internet was simply too crazy. This trending topic was purely pushed up by those crazy people. Then, an XIN was stunned when she saw it. They were very pretty, so pretty that it was ridiculous. Some of them were even like fairies. That was nothing, but they were all Lin Xian's friends. Oh my god. That was too amazing. An XIN also saw how pretty they were. After joining the group and chatting with everyone, Ling Longyue asked an XIN what her next song was. An XIN replied that it would depend on when Lin Xian would give it to her. Because Lin Xian's songs were still dominating the charts, she was really convinced. She didn't want to write her own songs anymore. She couldn't compare. Lin Xian just happened to be in trouble. She knew about it and visited him. She wasn't in a hurry. Seeing that Lin Xian was fine, she was relieved. Compared to this, Lin Xian's health was more important. But she suddenly thought of something. She had already sung a few songs, but they needed to be filmed in a music video. Those who weren't famous didn't have the funds to film it, but she definitely had to film it. Seeing so many super beautiful sisters, she had an idea. Why don't she invite these sisters to film it together? It just so happened that the song, Sunny Day, was a youth song. Normally, it would be a boy and a girl, but she felt that if it were all girls, it would draw out a beautiful picture. It would definitely be very nice. Hence, an XIN made a suggestion in the group. There were roughly 3 types of responses. One was from Lu Yufan and Yi Yi, who couldn't wait to agree. They didn't want to be famous, they just wanted to feel at ease. They felt that it was very fun, very interesting, and also very honored. Another type of response was from Xiao Ru Ning. They didn't care about anything, as long as they could help, then they naturally wouldn't have a problem. The third type of response was from Ling Long Shui, which was probably a tactful refusal. After Lin Xian saw the post, he didn't think much of it. Although he didn't want his women to show their faces, they had already caused a wave on the internet. They had already been noticed, so it didn't matter whether they showed their faces or not. However, this had something to do with Lin Xian's mission. Then, Lin Xian suddenly appeared. The big hooligan is here. Everyone, run. Lu Yufan sent a gif. Then, there were pictures of a few girls laughing out loud, ha ha ha, or ha ha ha. Don't be like this, little fairy. Give me an admin, or I'll be kicked out again. Lin Xian said helplessly. Ling Long Shui was sitting on the sofa. When she saw Lin Xian's message, she revealed a faint smile. She was extremely beautiful. Lin Yu still gave Lin Xian face and sent an admin. Then, Lin Xian asked, Superstar and XIN, when the Golden Melody Awards come, will there be an award for the music video? Yes, there will be an award for the most popular music video of the year. Seeing an XIN's reply, Lin Xian's lips curled up slightly. It didn't matter if the music video was judged based on the number of views or something. Once these girls appeared, wouldn't it be a sure win? Lin Xian was confident that the song itself would win the award, but the music video might not. However, if they were to appear, then it would be different. Shoot decisively. Tomorrow happens to be the weekend. Come on, I'll be the director. No. Morong Qing replied. Damn, this bastard still wanted her to appear on camera? Shoot. Just a few scenes will do. Why? Don't you have confidence in your own looks? Are you afraid of being outshone by others? I have a bad temper. Morong Qing laid on the bed and rolled her eyes. She knew that Lin Xian was deliberately provoking her, but she still fell for it. There was only one reason why she didn't want to shoot. She didn't want to attract too much attention. However, after thinking about it, it wasn't a big deal. In Murongqing's opinion, she should pay more attention to Linglong Shui and Bing Lingyue. As a woman, she felt that if she was a man, she would do it even if she had to die. She would rather spend her life in prison than to do it with them. The two of them were really the best. Lin Xian's lips curled up. Actually, he was a little unhappy that his own women were showing up. Damn, you guys are not allowed to look at my women. But thinking about it, it was really fine. Because their photos were already very popular on the internet. Moreover, they didn't wear revealing clothes. Just shoot a music video and let them be envious. These are all my women. Forget it, you guys have had enough. I won't be going. The academy assessment doesn't have much time. Although Murongqing was unhappy with Lin Xian's words and really wanted to do it, as a teacher of the martial arts academy, she really didn't have time these days. Xiao Runing replied +1. Actually, the girls were all competing in their hearts. Although they said, forget it, they still wanted to shoot it in their hearts. After all, the other girls were going to shoot it. Alright then, you guys are teachers after all. Little Ying, you guys have to come. Come. Ling Ying replied. What about Xiao Linglong? Lin Xian asked. Xian was stunned. She had just mentioned it and Lin Xian had already started to make arrangements. Plus, he had just asked about the music video for the Golden Melody Awards. She thought, could it be? He was really working hard to let her win 10 awards at the Golden Melody Awards? Was he really going to pursue her? But he had so many beautiful girls around him. Which one was worse than her? I'll pass. You guys have fun. Linglong Shui still rejected. Her rejection was within Lin Xian's expectations, including Bing Lingyue. Why don't you and Bing Lingyue come? I have an idea in my mind. You two can just treat it as coming out to have a meal with everyone. When the time comes, you two just need to have 1 or 2 seconds of screen time each, okay? Lin Xian asked. Okay then. Linglong Shui thought about it and didn't think it was a big deal. She would just treat it as being secretly photographed by a passerby. Okay, it's settled then. Come to my house tomorrow afternoon. I've already thought of the place. Chapter 985. Xian was dumbfounded. This Lin Xian was too omnipotent, wasn't he? Forget it, just let him do it. She felt that without mentioning anything else, just the looks of these sisters were enough. Little Xinyue, you're here too, Lin Xian said. Xiao Xinyue, who had been peeping at the screen, saw that she was tagged and then sent a message. If you don't come, I'll play jungler in the next battle and catch you to death, Lin Xian said. Xiao Xinyue silently sent 3 messages. How's your body recovering? Xiao Xinyue must have gone, and then she asked this question. Pretty good, Lin Xian said. Linya sister, is Lin Xian at home? Miao Xiao Miao asked. Linya replied with a no. If he's not at home, he must be with another sister. His body must have recovered very well. Lin Xian. Then, they all said that they had nothing to do with Lin Xian. Those who didn't say anything stopped talking. Wow. Lin Xian quickly ended the conversation and turned off his phone. At this moment, Bai Xian walked in with a bathrobe wrapped around her and slowly closed the door. Lin Xian glanced at her. Gulp. He really didn't want to. Do you want to sleep? Bai Xian looked at Lin Xian and asked. Then let's sleep. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose. Bai Xian nodded slightly, then wiped her hair and slowly crawled into bed. Although she looked calm on the surface, she was actually very flustered. However, she didn't regret it. This was what she owed Lin Xian. If Lin Xian was in the past, he probably wouldn't be able to resist eating Bai Xian. But now, logically speaking, although he couldn't resist it, but she was really squeezed dry by Yi Renbing. It was the kind of thing where it hurt when it swelled up. This was a little scary. That woman really wasn't human. Bai Bai Xuanxuan's back was facing Lin Xian. She had been waiting for Lin Xian to do something, but Lin Xian still didn't touch her. He only hugged her from behind. She thought that he would move, but Lin Xian didn't. You. After a long while, Bai Xian opened her beautiful eyes and turned around to look at Lin Xian. He was very puzzled. Lin Xian also opened his eyes. We'll talk about it next time. I'll let you off this time. Was he even a man? Bai Xian was really curious now. Could it be that I don't have the slightest bit of attraction to him? That's not right either. How big is that thing now? Lin Xian wanted to cry. He didn't want it to go up either. Bai Xian nodded slightly. But it was uncomfortable. Lin Xian felt terrible. Why don't you go in? Lin Xian said after a while. Bai Xian, although she had never done it before, she knew a thing or two. Even junior high school students knew this, let alone her. She also understood what Lin Xian meant. You didn't shower. Bai Xian said faintly. I still have to go in. Bai Xian. Then, she slowly crawled into the bed. She didn't forget her position. She wasn't Lin Xian's girlfriend, but his lover, however, she wasn't too disappointed. After all, Lin Xian's mysteriousness was beyond her imagination. The next morning, Lin Xian slept for a long time and was a little tired. Fortunately, he was also a 7 stars law realm expert. If his realm wasn't high, he would have been tormented to death by Yi Renbing. Bai Xian woke up early because she was still worried about Bai Haojuan. She woke up early in the morning to check on Bai Haojuan's condition. Although he hadn't woken up yet, his breathing was more stable and his complexion more rosy. Lin Xian put on his clothes and walked out. Bai Xian was sitting on the sofa in a daze. When she saw Lin Xian come out, she quickly stood up. You're awake. Breakfast is ready. Bai Xian said. I say, big sister, I'm really not used to you being like this. Lin Xian smiled helplessly. What's wrong? Bai Xian asked doubtfully. My impression of you is still the domineering and decisive look you had when we first met. You're a little too gentle. Lin Xian scratched his head. Bai Xian, kneel. Bai Xian coldly said to Lin Xian. That aura was truly that of the Azura Palace Master. Lin Xian didn't react and his body trembled slightly. Lin Xian was startled for a moment. Do you like this? Bai Xian asked. Cough cough, forget it. Lin Xian smiled bitterly. Bai Xian couldn't help but chuckle. Her mood was still very good, except for that bastard from last night. But now that her grandfather was fine, she was relieved. Now, she had to work hard to be herself, take good care of her grandfather, bring him out to fight, and raise his cultivation level, then develop the Azura Palace. Not for herself, but for Lin Xian. After all, she had already treated Lin Xian as her man. She might not care much about her reputation, but she cared a lot about her promises. She would definitely fulfill her promises, even if it was her body, even if it was to be someone's lover. Do you have a girlfriend? Bai Xian handed Lin Xian a pair of chopsticks and asked. What do you want? No, I'm just asking. Bai Xian said faintly. I do. Lin Xian didn't need to hide anything from her. Who is it? What do you want? Don't tell me you're going to poke my tires? Lin Xian scratched his head and looked at her. I'm just asking. I can't possibly not know who your girlfriend is, right? Then why do you want to know who my girlfriend is? Lin Xian asked. What if I make a friend, but I don't know that she's actually your girlfriend? Lin Xian. It can't be that coincidental, right? It can. Alright, aren't you my girlfriend? Lin Xian said with a grin. Bai Xian, stop fooling around. Bai Xian said as she took a sip of the porridge. Really, I'm treating you as my girlfriend. Oh. Bai Xian said. Oh. Really, Mwax. Bai Xian rolled her eyes flirtatiously. All right, then accompany me shopping. Bai Xianxian said. Lin Xian scratched his head. Since you're treating me as your girlfriend and not your lover, shouldn't you fulfill the responsibilities of a boyfriend? Shopping should be a very basic and simple responsibility, right? Bai Xianxian said. All right, let's go. After eating, we'll go shopping. Bai Xianxian was stunned for a moment. She really thought that Lin Xian only saw her as a lover, a tool to vent his frustrations. But he even agreed to go shopping with her. Actually, she felt that such a simple request could be considered as dating. Chapter 986. Bai Xianxian looked at Lin Xian and looked into Lin Xian's eyes. To be honest, which woman would be willing to live as a man's lover? Really? Bai Xianxian asked. Of course, why would I lie to you? Change your clothes, let's go. Forget it, forget it. Bai Xianxian shook her head. What's wrong? I still have to take care of my grandfather, next time. Lin Xian nodded his head. All right then, I'll look for you next time. Bai Xianxian nodded her head. Ding. Congratulations on completing the mission. Time attribute unlocked. A system prompt rang in Lin Xian's mind. Lin Xian was extremely excited. Time attribute. This was the time attribute. Lin Xian was extremely looking forward to the time attribute. But now there was a problem. Although he had obtained the time attribute, Lin Xian's control over time was extremely trashy. The most amazing part was that every attribute that Lin Xian obtained had the highest purity, which was 100%. This was something that everyone envied. Lin Xian's starting point was much higher than everyone else's. But what did Lin Xian lack now? Space proficiency. His space proficiency was almost 0. What did Lin Xian lack now? He lacked a mission. Just like the space, he needed to max out his proficiency. In that case, Lin Xian would be invincible. But why was he not in a hurry? Because don't forget, what was an Xian's mission reward? All of his existing attribute proficiency was maxed out. Thus, Lin Xian only needed to complete an Xian's mission and max out his proficiency. This was the most F***king satisfying. Bai Xianxian looked at Lin Xian. Why was this guy in a daze? Ding, because you have completed the mission, do you want to increase Bai Xianxian's realm by 2 stars? The system prompt rang in Lin Xian's mind. Since she was his woman, there was naturally nothing wrong with it. Bao Bao, what realm are you at now? Lin Xian asked. Bai Xianxian's scalp went numb when she heard Lin Xian call her baby. Goosebumps covered her entire body. Change the way you address me, Bai Xianxian said. Baby. Bai Xianxian, alright, why are you asking me about my cultivation level? What? Can't your husband know your realm? Lin Xian asked. Bai Xianxian, alright, 8 stars of the heavenly venerable realm. Bai Xianxian said. Do you believe that you'll be a 10 stars heavenly venerable in a while? Lin Xian said with a smirk. Bai Xianxian looked at Lin Xian. How is this possible? Bai Xianxian said. Let's make a bet. Bai Xianxian stared at Lin Xian. Bet. So what if it was a bet? Firstly, she didn't cultivate. Secondly, she didn't farm monsters. How could she have inexplicably increased her cultivation by 2 stars? If you want to bet, then let's bet. Tell me, what are you betting on? Bai Xianxian said unwillingly. You don't have anything worth me betting on. I've already obtained everything I should have. Lin Xian rubbed his chin. Lin Xian's words made Bai Xianxian very unhappy. However, after thinking about it, it seemed to be true. She was already Lin Xian's. The Azura Palace also belonged to Lin Xian. What else could she have that Lin Xian would fancy? Forget it, forget it. I'm not betting with you anymore. I still have an appointment with someone else to shoot a music video. Lin Xian said. Then you can go. I'm leaving. Lin Xian waved his hand and walked out. Bai Xianxian watched as Lin Xian left. She had never expected that her future husband would be such a young man. He was even younger than her by 5 years. In any case, she didn't want to think about anything else. She wanted to take care of her grandfather first. Right at this moment, Bai Xuanxuan's aura rose. She was stunned on the spot. Empyrean Realm. 10 stars. She increased by 2 stars? No way. How did she increase her cultivation? Bai Xianxian was completely stunned. When Lin Xian said that she would increase her cultivation by 2 stars, she didn't believe him because there was no reason for her to increase her cultivation. Now, she was at a loss. How did Lin Xian do it? Could it be that medicine? This was the only reason Bai Xianxian could think of. Too mystical. This person was truly too mystical. She could try her best to break through to the absolute realm. It wasn't a loss. If she were to give her body to an unknown person, she would indeed feel unreconciled. However, Lin Xian, although he was still young, he made her feel that he was very mystical. Meanwhile, Lin Xian was already gathering girls from all walks of life. He first went to Miao Xiao Miao's place. Right now, an Xian's relationship with Miao Xiao Miao was extremely good. The two girls slept together every day. They probably knew each other's size like the back of their hands. There were still a few hours before the appointed time. Lin Xian planned to boast to an Xian. An Xian was originally a female otaku. If it wasn't for work, she would really be willing to practice for a day. After coming here, she basically only had 2 places. One was the rented place where she wrote songs, and the other was Miao Xiao Miao's place. She was also incomparably shocked. This girl was so smart at such a young age. Lin Xian arrived at the cafe. An Xian and Miao Xiao Miao were sitting together. The two of them were listening to music on their headphones. Lin Xian quietly moved closer. They didn't even notice him. Wang Qianqian was smiling as she wiped the cups. Lin Xian saw that they were designing some things for the music video. Although Lin Xian said that he had some plans, it was definitely better for them to brainstorm together. Darlings. Lin Xian moved closer and said softly. The two girls trembled and turned to look at Lin Xian. Stinky hooligan, Miao Xiao Miao muttered. Anyway, in their eyes, Lin Xian was indeed a hooligan. There was no way to change that. An Xian was gradually getting used to Lin Xian's hooligan, but her pretty face still blushed. If you want darlings, then so be it. Darlings, bah. Scumbag. Why are there so many beautiful girls around this stinky hooligan? And all of them were like fairies. Hey, Lin Xian, that you promised me before about helping Sister Chue write songs. An Xian was a little embarrassed to ask, but after all, she had promised Zi Chue. Moreover, Zi Chue was the absolute peak in the industry. It had been a long time. Although Zi Chue didn't say anything, she felt that it wasn't good to drag it out. If it was her song, she definitely wouldn't be in a hurry. Yes, I wrote it. Speaking of which, when will she send the money over? Lin Xian asked. Logically speaking, there was a long line of people who wanted to write songs for Zi Chue. They would rather do it for free. Lin Xian was the first to say when the money would be sent over. She gave it to me a long time ago. 3 million. I'll transfer it to you along with my share. Lin Xian nodded and took out a manuscript and handed it to an Xian. I'll have to trouble you to send it to her online. I'll just give you the manuscript. An Xian nodded and took it. Miao Xiao Miao couldn't wait to take a look. The song was called Respectable. An Xian simply followed the music score and sang out the song. I have something to do, so I'll update twice today, love you. Chapter 987. After skimming through the song, an Xian couldn't help but exclaim. It's so good. Which one of my songs isn't good? Lin Xian said. No, this song gives me a completely different feeling from the previous one. I want to sing this song too. An Xian muttered. Forget it. Although this song sounds good at your age, it doesn't have that kind of flavor. Although I don't know much about her, I'm sure she can sing this song perfectly. And Xin nodded. Then she tilted her head and looked at Lin Xian. I think you're not only talented, but you're also very good at grasping the song. What do you mean? Lin Xian asked in confusion. That's right, Sister Chiue is very suitable for this kind of song. You just happened to write such a song for her. If I didn't know that you didn't know much about her, I would have thought that you had studied her. And Xin said. Lin Xian didn't know much about Zi Chiue, but he knew her and had seen her on TV. After all, Zi Chiue's fame was very exaggerated. She was a permanent guest on the New Year's Gala. Every TV station fought for her every year. She was the guarantee of ratings. Lin Xian liked this song very much. He thought Zi Chiue should be able to sing it. Let's go shoot a music video and try to win you a Golden Melody Award. When the time comes. Hee hee. Lin Xian laughed. When the time comes. Miao Xiao Miao blinked and asked. When the time comes, we'll talk about it. Lin Xian laughed. Miao Xiao Miao looked at Lin Xian. She felt that this big hooligan was up to no good. Anyway, she had been with an Xin every day for the past few days. She had already told her to be careful of Lin Xian, this hooligan. In the afternoon, the group of girls had a very fulfilling time. An Xin also got to know them. What surprised her was that when she saw so many beautiful girls, especially a few who were really beautiful, she was stunned. After the music video was shot, an Xin helped with the editing. Lin Xian thought it was pretty good. At night, Lin Xian and Linya went home together. They had eaten dinner together, so they didn't need to eat when they went home. However, they started to play games again. Lin Xian was really impressed. Now they were more addicted to games than him. In fact, Lin Xian had never been addicted to games. However, to be honest, none of them played the game for the sake of playing the game. They played the game because they liked the feeling of chatting in a voice chat group while playing the game. Then, they would talk about some things to cultivate their relationship. Because they cared about Lin Xian, and because they knew that all the girls were more or less good friends with Lin Xian, and they thought that they were all good friends. They called Lin Xian a noob because they were used to dissing Lin Xian. Of course, it was true that Lin Xian was a noob. Linya took out her laptop and sat on the sofa with a blanket covering her legs. She placed her laptop on her lap as she typed and chatted with everyone. Meanwhile, Lin Xian's hand reached into the blanket, causing Linya to roll her eyes. You go take advantage of other girls. Linya said to Lin Xian. I like to take advantage of little fairy. Lin Xian said with a smile. You have to be careful in the future, do you hear me? Linya reminded Lin Xian again. He had already experienced so many dangers. She was really scared. Don't worry, I'm fine too. Give me a kiss. Lin Xian then kissed her on the cheek. Linya blushed. Really? Oh right, little fairy, I have something for you. Lin Xian said and took out the necklace that cost a few yuan. Linya turned her head to take a look. She was stunned for a moment, then reached out to take it. You went back? She held the necklace and bit her red lips as she looked at Lin Xian. Yeah, I went to Tianhua City's martial arts academy for the exam. After that, I went home and brought this to you. Linya looked at the necklace. I didn't expect you to remember this. Of course I remember. This was the only thing I gave you at that time. Fortunately, it's still here. Okay. Linya nodded and then carefully put it away. All right, I also know a lot of your little secrets. Lin Xian then said to Linya with a smile. What? Linya looked at Lin Xian suspiciously. She didn't have any secrets. She really didn't have any secrets to Lin Xian. Here. Lin Xian then took out Linya's diary. Seeing the diary, Linya's face suddenly turned red. She then quickly snatched it. I was just casually writing. Linya stuttered with a red face. She didn't have any secrets in it. Sometimes, she just wrote a lot of things that would be very awkward if both of them knew about it. For example, when she washed Lin Xian's sheets, she found traces of drying on them, Actually, I just wanted to explain that the dried stuff on the sheets was milk. When you poured me some milk, you accidentally spilled a little. Lin Xian coughed and explained. Lin Ya's face turned even redder. Oh. You still don't believe me? I don't believe you. Then look at it now and think about that time. Is it the same? Lin Xian then took Lin Ya's hand and placed it somewhere. Lin Ya's whole body trembled. Little Xian, you're becoming more and more of a rogue. Lin Ya lightly hit Lin Xian. Her whole face was red. She was so cute. Hee hee, little fairy, you're so beautiful. Lin Xian hugged Lin Ya and played with her pink cheeks. Lin Ya didn't say anything. She was really shy. Although she was only one step away from Lin Xian, but, I want a kiss, Lin Xian said. Then, before Lin Ya could reply, Lin Xian kissed her. The two of them became more and more affectionate. On the other side of the screen, everyone was online. Everyone was here except for Lin Ya. They crazily at Lin Ya in the group. However, Lin Ya was kissing Lin Xian. It wasn't until the phone rang that Lin Ya came back to her senses. She pushed Lin Xian away and quickly entered the voice chat. Coming, Lin Ya said. Big sister Lin Ya, what are you doing? Lu Yufan asked. I'm tidying up the house. I didn't see you in the bedroom. Lin Ya quickly explained. I thought the big hooligan was taking advantage of you. Hey, Fan, what are you talking about? They're sisters. Although they're not biological, Lin Xian can't be such a jerk, right? Murong Qing said. That's true. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose awkwardly. Chapter 988. The next day, Lin Xian woke up. He needed a few days to recover his energy. Lin Ya had already prepared breakfast for Lin Xian. She had gone to work early. Lin Xian was speechless. It was fine if he didn't sleep normally. Why did he wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning? Wasn't Yi Renbing squeezing him a little too much? Logically speaking, that shouldn't be the case. He wasn't an ordinary person. How could he be squeezed to this extent? The only possibility was that Yi Renbing was in the heavenly Tao realm. That was probably the case. Sigh, mission. Lin Xian scratched his head and got out of bed. He didn't even bother to wash up. He ate the breakfast Lin Ya had prepared. Ling Longyue and Bing Lingyue's missions had already been completed. Now, they were using the Adonis points to extend their time. Murong Qing's was almost done as well. Xiao Xinyue still had a little bit of time left. Then, there was Murong Yu, and now there was Yi Renbing. Damn it. Fortunately, Yi Renbing had contributed hundreds of millions of Adonis points to Lin Xian. It was great. At least he didn't have to worry about extending his time. To Lin Xian, Xiao Xinyue's mission was more important. Only by completing Xiao Xinyue's mission would he be able to develop the Yaxuan group without any scruples. By developing Lin Xian's power, the Yaxuan group would become a solid backing for the Azura Palace. No, they were already one entity. Developing the Azura Palace was the same as developing the Yaxuan group. What should I do next? He had already entered the Martial Arts Academy. However, the Martial Arts Academy would only open after all the examinees had finished their exams. There was still about a week before it would open. At this moment, Lin Xian's phone rang. His phone was broken, but Lin Xian had made a new number. Therefore, Lin Xian's number was still the same. The caller ID was not local. To be honest, it wasn't difficult for a person to check another person's contact information. Of course, the premise was that you had to have a certain background. Lin Xian then answered the call. Hello. Are you Mr. Lin Xian? A woman's voice came from the other end. Lin Xian's hearing was quite good. He had never heard this woman's voice before. You are? I'm Liang Yu from Chong Entertainment. I wonder if Mr. Lin Xian has the time to come out for a meal? Chong Entertainment Company? Sorry, I've never heard of it. Lin Xian then hung up. On the other side, Liang Yu was stunned. Although her Chong Entertainment Company was not the leading company, it had created many superstars and had some status in the industry. But he had never heard of her? No matter what, he was someone who had written so many good songs. Then, she called Lin Xian. Mr. Lin Xian, I specially came from Tiandu. I hope you can give me a chance to come out and talk. Talk about what? Tell me first. Damn, if there wasn't any benefit, why would Lin Xian go out for a talk? He might as well go to some girl to get into her good books. I hope Mr. Lin Xian can sell me a song. Price? Lin Xian. 5 million. Lin Xian rubbed his chin. He didn't know much, but the songs that he had written for an XIN could earn tens of millions on average. 5 million for a song was actually a high price because he didn't know if the song would be popular. If it wasn't, he wouldn't be able to earn money and would suffer a huge loss. But 5 million, Lin Xian didn't want to go out. 10 million. If you agree, let's meet. Hearing Lin Xian's words, Liang Yu heaved a sigh of relief. 10 million was actually not that bad. She had forked out 20 million for this song. She had taken out all her savings. Okay, where? Lin Xian asked. Drunken Pavilion. Mr. Lin Xian, you're here. I'll show you around. 20 minutes. Was it uncomfortable to earn 10 million from writing a song? Although Lin Xian didn't know how much money he had, who would complain about having more? An extra 10 million could do a lot of things. Wouldn't it be better to buy a super expensive necklace for a girl? 20 minutes later, Lin Xian arrived at Drunken Pavilion and made a call. Soon, a woman in a red jacket ran out and saw Lin Xian. Mr. Lin Xian, right? Hello, hello. Liang Yu reached out and shook Lin Xian's hand. Lin Xian glanced at her. She was around 30 years old, but she had maintained herself very well. She was very charming, and her looks were not too bad. If Lin Xian had not been used to seeing heaven-defying beauties like Ling Long Shui and the others, Lin Xian would have been attracted to this kind of woman. However, this woman had a rather captivating sense of maturity. Hello. Lin Xian let go of her hand. Oh, here's my business card. Liang Yu quickly handed Lin Xian a business card. Let's go in and talk. It's cold outside. Yes, yes, yes. Sorry, I was too excited to see you. I've already ordered the dishes. Then they walked into a private room. The private room was quite big. Drunken Pavilion was similar to a couple's restaurant. The private rooms were especially interesting. For example, the private room Lin Xian came into. If it wasn't for the table full of dishes, Lin Xian would have thought it was King KTV. Please sit. I don't know what you like to eat, so I ordered some specialties. Try them. This? I just ate breakfast. No need to trouble yourself. I'll just eat something. Let's talk business. Lin Xian said. Yes, yes, yes. Let's talk business. Lin Xian was about to faint. Why did this person always feel like he was a big shot when facing him? Lin Xian really didn't think that he was a big shot. She was still bowing and scraping here. Spending money to buy songs is your ability. You've already spent money and negotiated the price. How can you still be so humble? She felt like Lin Xian was her leader. She was afraid of making him unhappy. Liang Yu then looked at Lin Xian and said, Mr. Lin Xian, I'm a manager. I was looking for a high-quality song for an artist under my management. Then, I saw Mr. Lin Xian appear out of nowhere and create so many good songs for Miss and XIN. You're very talented, so I wanted to invite you. She was also quite surprised. This person agreed just like that. She thought he was an XIN's personal composer. Since that wasn't the case, he would write all of Hongfeng's songs in the future. It didn't matter if he spent more money. As long as he could become more famous, it would be good. Actually, my songs are just so. Lin Xian smiled. Mr. Lin Xian, you must be joking. Then it's settled. 10 million, but I hope to see the lyrics first. No problem. I just happened to bring one. Let me show it to you. Lin Xian then took out a piece of paper and handed it to Liang Yu. Liang Yu took it and looked at it in confusion. This song was originally written by Lin Xian for an XIN. Then, he suddenly realized that it didn't seem to work. The quality wasn't as high as the other songs, although it was still a good song. Chapter 989. This song's standard wasn't low. It was just that Lin Xian felt that it couldn't be compared to the other songs. It was one of those songs that sounded really good, but Lin Xian wasn't sure if it could win the Golden Melody Award. Since someone was willing to pay for it, he decided to sell it to her. As Wu Hongfeng's manager, Liang Yu naturally knew a lot, including music scores. She could hum this song in her heart just by looking at it. The lyrics weren't bad either. It was a masterpiece. In her opinion, this song was definitely on the same level as the songs Lin Xian wrote for an XIN. This song was called Favorite. Good song, good song. Liang Yu praised after she finished reading it. She was sure that this song would definitely be a hit if Wu Hongfeng sang it. As for how popular it would be, she couldn't say for sure. After all, an XIN songs were 2F** King Fierce at this time. He probably wouldn't be able to surpass them. But that wasn't for certain. An XIN songs were dominating the charts. Everyone had heard too much of a girl's voice, so they expected a man's voice to appear. Then, this song might also dominate the charts. Everything was unknown. As expected of Mr. Lin Xian. You're really talented. Liang Yu couldn't help but praise him. Lin Xian didn't like people sucking up to him. Of course, he might be someone who liked to suck up to girls. It's all right. As for the money... Lin Xian rubbed his hands. Liang Yu glanced at Lin Xian. Logically speaking, this person shouldn't be lacking money after writing so many songs for an XIN. Why did he look like he was greedy for money? Regarding this point, many of the girls around Lin Xian had said the same thing about Lin Xian. How much is your net worth? Why do you still look like you're lacking money? However, Lin Xian was like that. After all, he had too many girls to support. No problem, no problem. Liang Yu hesitated for a moment, then picked up a glass of wine. Mr. Lin Xian, let me toast you first. All right. Lin Xian clinked glasses with her. Of course, even though Lin Xian was young, he was also a smart person. Liang Yu clinked glasses with him at this time. It was obvious that she had something to say. Mr. Lin Xian. Liang Yu put down her cup, looked at Lin Xian, and said, Actually, I have a presumptuous request, but I don't know if it's appropriate to say it. Just say it. It's like this. Because we are very sure of your talent and have also been affirmed by the market, our company now needs to quickly make a few artists popular. Your song will definitely bring a lot of traffic to our artists. However, this is an era where talent is valued more. Although appearance is important, talent surpasses appearance. So, actually, I have a request. Lin Xian didn't quite understand what she meant. After laying the groundwork for so long, what was this woman trying to say? What do you mean? It's like this. I'll offer another 10 million. I hope to change the composer and lyricist of this song. Lin Xian frowned. You mean to say that the composer and lyricist of this song will be under your company's artist's name? Lin Xian asked. Yes, that's what I mean. Don't worry, this kind of thing is definitely not good for us. To you, with such a powerful top-notch artist like an XIN, you can already become famous by writing songs for her. So, don't worry, I'll give you another 10 million. Not a single cent less. He, Lin Xian smiled. To be honest, Lin Xian was quite angry. Although it might seem like a simple matter of him nodding his head, and then he would be able to get the 10 million. Perhaps there were many people on this continent who did this, but this was simply too much of a scam. Yes, Lin Xian's songs and even his poems were stolen from others, but this mainland didn't have them, so he felt at ease. Perhaps he was disgusted in some ways, but humans were like that. In any case, he didn't think much of it, because this world didn't have such songs or lyrics. He was just spreading culture. In any case, he just didn't like what she said. As for whether he was in the wrong or not, and whether he had the right to say it, he didn't care. Lin Xian stood up and took the piece of paper back. Miss Liang, as a musician, one of the things I hate the most is plagiarism. The second thing is this matter with you. This is the work of a musician who painstakingly created it. I don't want money, and I don't want fame, but why should the work I painstakingly wrote be branded with someone else's name? To be honest, you've already crossed my bottom line, so forgive me for not keeping you company. Let's forget about the collaboration. After Lin Xian finished speaking, he walked out. Lin Xian finished his sentence without blushing. Plagiarism, a musician who painstakingly created it. Actually, he had also stolen it. But here it was his. Hey, Mr. Lin Xian. Liang Yu never expected such an ending. Many people would hate her for saying such things, but it didn't have to be like this. Moreover, she took out 10 million. 10 million was just to change the name, there was no need for this. Liang Yu quickly stood up and pulled Lin Xian. Mr. Lin Xian, forgive me for offending you, but if Mr. Lin Xian isn't willing, then let's not do this, okay? I only buy your songs. Liang Yu said. Lin Xian glanced at her and said, I only work with people with good character. I'm working with an Xian because I think she's a trustworthy partner. I'm very dissatisfied with what you said just now and I can't accept it, so forgive me for not keeping you company. Mr. Lin Xian. Liang Yu pulled Lin Xian again, then said, 20 million. I'll buy your song for 20 million. You think I'm short of money? Lin Xian asked. 10 million, 20 million isn't much to me. I only work with the right people, so forgive me for not keeping you company. Lin Xian finished speaking and walked away. Liang Yu gritted her teeth, then pulled Lin Xian again. Mr. Lin Xian, what do you think of my appearance? She ran in front of Lin Xian, then pulled Lin Xian's hand and stuffed it into her chest. Lin Xian felt his hand touch something soft, then the system notification of him molesting a girl rang in his mind, and he received 300,000 Adonis points. What are you doing? Lin Xian frowned as he pulled his hand out of her grip. Mr. Lin Xian, this song is really important to me. You can play with me, you can do whatever you want, but please sell this song to me. I was wrong before, please forgive me, I really need this song. Liang Yu liked Wu Hongfeng very much, she was willing to give up everything for him. For his future, she was even willing to give up her body. Wu Hongfeng's future was more important than anything else. Although she was Wu Hongfeng's woman, she knew that she wasn't even a virgin, and definitely wouldn't be good enough for Wu Hongfeng in the future. However, she loved him, and she was willing to sacrifice everything. Chapter 990. Lin Xian frowned and looked at Liang Yu. Miss Liang, please respect yourself. I won't tell anyone, but I hope there won't be a next time. Liang Yu stood rooted to the ground. Mr. Lin Xian, please give me another chance. Please give me another chance. Forget it. There's no need. With that, Lin Xian walked away. Lin Xian, don't force me. You took advantage of me just now. Don't force me. Liang Yu yelled from behind. Lin Xian stopped in his tracks. It seemed like this person's character was really bad. She actually said something like that out of anger. It was really disgusting. Whatever. With that, Lin Xian walked away. Liang Yu gritted her teeth. Really, she regretted saying those words. She didn't expect Lin Xian to be so sensitive to such things. He wasn't even moved by 20 million. But now, all she knew was that Lin Xian could write good songs. Other people could also write good songs, but they might not necessarily be able to write good songs. To be honest, she had no other choice. Wait, Liang Yu suddenly thought of something. She had roughly read through Lin Xian's song. The lyrics were good and the melody was good. She didn't remember much of the lyrics, but she did remember a lot of the melody. It didn't matter if she didn't remember everything. With some slight changes, it should be similar to Lin Xian's song. Fine, You don't want to cooperate? You're looking down on me? Then I'll change what I remember into a song. Let's see if you still want to release this song. If you do, you'll be plagiarizing my song. Liang Yu thought of this and quickly walked away. On the other side, Lin Xian came to the Wind Mercenary Group's cafe. Miao Xiaomiao and an XIN were sitting together editing the music video. They were very serious. Here. Lin Xian placed the lyrics he had written beside an XIN. An XIN turned her head to take a look. She was used to it. Lin Xian's songs were so good that she was super used to it. The song was called Angel Among the Demons. I think this song might be more suitable for Sister Chiue. An XIN said. Are you going to sing or not? Yes, I will definitely sing. Hee, thank you. Lin Xian sat beside them and looked at the computer. How's the editing going? Lin Xian asked. It's almost done. We can post it tonight. I feel like it might explode, an XIN said excitedly. Explosion. That's right, it's a hot trend. The sisters are too beautiful, and super classy, especially Sister Linglong's side profile. Oh my god, even a girl like me wants to pounce on her. An XIN was a little crazy. Let me see. At that time, Lin Xian did not pay much attention to it. However, he had requested that Linglong Shui only take a side profile. He had originally wanted to see the final results so that the director would be assured. Thus, he chose a few places that he felt were not bad. It's almost done. I'll play it for you. An XIN then played the music video. The music video went through special effects, editing, and other technical changes. The presentation was definitely different from what was filmed. For example, sometimes there would be slow motion, and the camera would get farther and closer, or there would be close-ups. As Lin Xian listened to the song and watched the girls he was familiar with appear perfectly in the music video, an XIN had the most screen time. Because this was her music video, she needed to sing in it one by one. The other girls didn't appear very long, but every one of them brought about a wave of amazement when they appeared. An XIN was stunned after watching it a few times. It wasn't that there were no beautiful girls in this world or in the entertainment industry. There were many, but she felt that they were lacking in something. In terms of looks and classiness, they were lacking by a lot. She felt that many of the beautiful girls in the entertainment industry were just pretending to be classy, and their appearance was really their own classiness. So amazing. The last scene was Linglong Shui's side profile, wearing a white fairy dress, standing on a high reef by the blue sea. The wind blew her hair and dress, and then the camera slowly zoomed in. Beautiful girls always had a seductive feeling. That feeling was that her hair was messed up by the wind. Her hair was by her ears, face, and maybe even touching her lips. Coupled with her invincible side profile, she was really invincible. Hey, you're drooling. Miao Xiaomiao glanced at Lin Xian and said. Lin Xian subconsciously wiped his saliva. F***ck. What? Lin Xian glared at Miao Xiaomiao. It's really beautiful. An XIN couldn't help but praise again. Girls were beautiful to begin with, especially Linglong Shui's side profile at the end. God, it was definitely unstoppable. This kind of scene could be seen in movies or other occasions, and it was often seen because many directors like this kind of scene. An XIN had seen many similar scenes, and because she liked this kind of scene, she filmed this kind of scene. But she didn't expect to be shown the effect that shocked her. This Linglong Shui sister was too beautiful. She was the only scene in the entire music video, and it was shown in the last few seconds of the music video. It was definitely the finishing touch. Lin Xian was incomparably proud. Did you see that? That's my wife. Linglong Shui's beauty was really like a fairy. Her skin was extremely white, and every girl was very beautiful. But to be honest, Linglong Shui's beauty and her classiness were definitely not something that a normal human could have. It was also because she was a demon, and her realm was also top-notch. Lin Xian, do you think there's anything that needs to be changed? If not, I can try to upload it. I think it's pretty good. Oh. Okay, I'll go talk to the operations team. After the negotiations with the operations team was done, an XIN uploaded the music video. Normally, only celebrities with high traffic could get recommendations from music software when uploading their music videos. It meant that when you opened the homepage, you would see a big scrolling image with an XIN's performance of Sunny Day written on it, or there would be a pop-up window recommending it. In any case, as long as you opened the music software, you would see the recommendation. With an XIN's fame, there was no need to worry about the number of clicks. The next thing to pay attention to was the quality. Only with high quality could more people like it. Coincidentally, Zichue's new song, Decent, which was written with Lin Xian's help, was released at almost the same time. Phew, I won't watch it first. I'll watch it in an hour. An XIN said nervously. She didn't know how many music videos she had uploaded, but none of them made her so nervous. She never paid attention to the results of music videos, because most people wouldn't watch music videos, so music videos didn't mean anything. Chapter 991. However, she cared a lot about this song's MV because it was filmed with Lin Xian. Everyone in the MV was Lin Xian's good friends and they were all so beautiful. If it didn't produce any results, an XIN would really be annoyed to death. How many views does a MV usually get? Lin Xian asked. If there's a recommendation, the number of views on the first day would normally be over 1 million. Normal people don't care about music videos. My record seems to be at most 2.8 million views a day. An XIN said. That's still very good. An XIN shook her head and said, the best is Sister Chue. Her MVs have always been the most popular. Because Sister Chue is super beautiful, her fans all like to watch her MVs. Sister Chue's record is 9 million views a day. Lin Xian. Huh? Sister Chue's new song has also been released. Lin Xian, it's your Decent. An XIN saw the recommendation on the software and said excitedly. Why are you so excited? They're our competitors. Lin Xian said helplessly. Well, that's true. An XIN nodded. Then an XIN clicked on Decent Song and the song started to play. Lin Xian listened to the prelude and felt that it was very good. It was quite talented. He had given them the lyrics and music, but they had to do the accompaniment themselves. However, it sounded quite good. Don't pile up memories and make the plot too melodramatic. Why ruin a classic when you've loved for so many years? Weary all adults now. Don't delay. I'm willing to waste time like an actor in a curtain call watching the lights go out. Lin Xian nodded with satisfaction. Sure enough, Zichue was very suitable for this song. Her voice was different from his impression, but it was still very suitable. Moreover, she sang very emotionally. It's good. An XIN said. Miao Xiao Miao also nodded. The main thing is that the song is good. Lin Xian smiled. You don't know how to be humble at all. An XIN muttered and opened the real-time comment section. The first comment was, Lyricist Lin Xian? Composer Lin Xian? Wow, it's so nice. As expected of the heavenly concubine. Was this written for Lin Xian, who wrote those songs for an XIN? Oh my god. This Lin Xian has only appeared for a short while and he's already writing songs for the heavenly concubine. Wow. This Lin Xian is really talented. Why doesn't he become a celebrity? I feel that with his talent, he can definitely become half of the music industry. Even if he doesn't know the channels, there are so many talent shows. He can just casually participate in a creative elective and he will definitely be popular. This is what I admire about him. He actually doesn't care about fame. Obviously, an XIN songs had set off a wave on the mainland, because her songs were now dominating the charts, and the name Lin Xian had spread very widely. Suddenly, Zichue's fans saw that Zichue had released a song, and the lyrics and music were written by Lin Xian. How could they not be shocked? How high was Zichue? When Lin Xian first entered the entertainment industry, he directly wrote songs for an XIN and Zichue. His starting point was too high, wasn't it? However, he was qualified to write these songs. Lin Xian's name once again raised everyone's expectations. What kind of rumors were spreading now? Lin Xian's songs were definitely the best. Then, I'll go prepare this song. An Xin said to Lin Xian. Okay, let's do it together. Okay. At night, after they finished their work, an Xin paid attention to the music video. Then, she was stunned. The number of views, 8.9 million. Did she see wrongly? How many hours had it been? 6 hours, right? 8.9 million views in 6 hours? Was this a joke? She rubbed her eyes and took a look. It wasn't 8.9 million, it was really 8.9 million. Lin Xian, Lin Xian, Lin Xian. An Xin ran to Lin Xian's side and showed him her phone. Look, close to 9 million views in 6 hours. I might break the record. An Xin said in surprise. Might? Well, it's certain. An Xin stuck out her tongue. Let me see the comments. Lin Xian took a look. As he guessed, the comments were all amazed by the girls. Sure enough, it was Ling Long Shue's side profile that attracted a wave of comments. Under normal circumstances, the number of views for a music video would never be so high. Even if it was on the recommendation spot and everyone saw that it was an Xion's music video, many people wouldn't click on it because they weren't interested in music videos at all. However, it was precisely because someone had uploaded the music video to various software platforms after watching it. Coupled with the traffic of those software platforms, such as Drag Music and Kuaishou, once something like that became popular, the number of views would, to be honest, be extremely abnormal. It was precisely because this video had been uploaded to those software platforms a few hours ago that the number of views exploded in a short period of time. No, this wasn't the most exaggerated thing. The most exaggerated thing was that the uploaded music video had close to 9 million views. However, the number of views on Douyin was now 13 million. It had only been 6 hours. The trending topic on Weibo had changed. The number one trending topic was, I call this the most beautiful scene in 1,000 years. That's right, this was the number one trending topic. What was the most beautiful scene in 1,000 years? Ling Long Shue's side profile. It was precisely because of this side profile that the music video became so popular. The second trending topic was Zi Qiue's new song, but it was firmly suppressed by this news. Sometimes, in an era where the internet was so developed, things spread so fast. For example, a funny video, a funny sentence, a pretentious sentence, or something like tofu beauty, or fish beauty, etc. The speed at which it spread was unimaginable. Ling Long Shue's side profile was really invincible. It was quite normal for it to spread like this in 6 hours. People who saw it all wanted to repost it. Xiao Linglong is still beautiful. Lin Xian couldn't help but praise. In fact, if that side profile was changed to Bing Lingyue or Linya, it would be fine too. However, only Ling Long Shui had that kind of temperament. Oh my God! He inexplicably wanted to go to her place to do something. No, he had to endure it. Otherwise, his body would collapse. Ling Long's sister is really beautiful. How did you know such a beautiful girl? An Xian was also convinced. As a girl, she could watch the photos or videos of Ling Long Shue's side profile many times. Not to mention, there were so many idiots. TSK, what are you talking about? Why can't I know her? I'm so outstanding and handsome. Is it difficult for me to know her? Hilarious. Wretch. The two girls looked as if they were about to vomit. At this time, an Xian's phone rang. She picked it up and glanced at it. Chapter 992. The message was sent by Zi Qiue. She congratulated an Xian for her music video and said that the Best Music Video Award should be hers. An Xian was a little embarrassed to be modest, but she really felt that she had won the Best Music Video Award. If she still couldn't win, then there must be something going on behind the scenes. Sister Qiue, your singing is also very good. You'll probably reach first place tomorrow. That's because Mr. Lin Xian wrote this song well. But your music video was really good. Every girl in it is very beautiful, especially the last one. She's really beautiful. Are they also in the entertainment industry? Why haven't I seen them before? Why don't you ask them for me? I'm trying to be a director now. I have a high school drama that I haven't found actors for. They're very suitable. See if they're willing. Okay. An Xian then told Lin Xian about this. No, they don't have the time to film a drama, Lin Xian said. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll leave first. I still have some things to do. Goodbye. Lin Xian then walked away. The music video's effect was within Lin Xian's expectations. He was guaranteed to win at least one Best Music Video award. Just as Lin Xian was walking, a girl walked in front of him and blocked Lin Xian's way. Lin Xian looked at her in confusion. Master invites you over. The girl said softly to Lin Xian. Lin Xian could only think of one person when it came to his master. Yiren Bing. Wow. Is there something wrong with this woman? Lin Xian couldn't help but roar. The girl was also stunned for a moment. I'm not going. Just say that I'm not going. Lin Xian then walked away. The girl was stunned. Her master was so beautiful. Why would he refuse? Lin Xian had a headache. Was this Yiren Bing a beast? Even if you want to have sex, you can't keep looking for me all day long. I can't take it anymore. This king woman was at the heavenly Tao realm, a Fey celestial. She was so beautiful, but now, she seemed to have become a ferocious person. It was probably because this girl had been with a woman too many times, and then she felt the joy of being with a man and couldn't hold back for a while. Then can't you learn from Linglong Shui? Why doesn't she give Lin Xian a good time? You are at the heavenly Tao realm after all, and a Fey god at the very least. Can't you act a little more respectable? Let's go find Xiao Linglong and wait for the martial arts academy to open. Lin Xian muttered to himself and went to Linglong Shui. Where is Xiao Linglong? When he arrived, the person who opened the door for Lin Xian was Bing Lingyue. Linglong Shui and Linglong, you were not at home. She and you seem to have returned to their old residence. Something must have happened. They didn't bring you along? It doesn't matter. I don't think I can enter. They should be back soon. I just have to wait, Bing Lingyue said. Okay. Lin Xian nodded and walked in. It was a rare chance for him to be alone with Bing Lingyue. What would you like to drink? Bing Lingyue asked. Milk. Bing Lingyue. She took a packet of milk from the fridge and handed it to Lin Xian. Then, she sat opposite Lin Xian. Lin Xian took the milk and sat beside Bing Lingyue. Bing Lingyue frowned slightly and moved to the side. Little Bing Lingyue, why are you avoiding me? Lin Xian looked at Bing Lingyue with a smile. Nothing. You're just avoiding me. Lin Xian reached out and grabbed her hand. Bing Lingyue hurriedly broke free from Lin Xian's hand. Be careful, Linglong will be angry. Bing Lingyue said softly. However, she could clearly feel her heart beating faster. In fact, she and Linglong Shui had talked a lot about Lin Xian. They were all heartfelt words. She didn't hide anything from Linglong Shui and Linglong Shui didn't hide anything from her either. She had shown Bing Lingyue the portrait. Therefore, although Bing Lingyue still couldn't remember, she knew that Lin Xian might really be her former partner. However, the current Lin Xian might be his reincarnation. But, Lin Xian was Linglong Shui's man now. How could she? But Lin Xian was flirting with her. He already had such a beautiful woman like Linglong. Why was he flirting with her? Was this what a man was like? Bing Lingyue definitely wouldn't mind a man having multiple wives. However, it was her good friend's man. Although Linglong Shui had told her before, she didn't care. In fact, Linglong Shui hoped that Lin Xian and Bing Lingyue could be together. She really hoped so because she trusted Bing Lingyue completely. Bing Lingyue and Lin Xian were fated to be together. Ling Long Shui would definitely leave in the future. With Bing Lingyue accompanying and taking care of Lin Xian, Ling Long Shui would be relieved. Therefore, she told Bing Lingyue everything. That's right, Ling Long Shui was deliberately trying to matchmake Lin Xian and Bing Lingyue. She won't be angry. She can't wait for me to get you. Lin Xian smiled and held Bing Lingyue's hand. Bing Lingyue looked at Lin Xian and asked, "Did she tell you?" "Ah. What did she say?" Lin Xian asked in confusion. "Nothing." Bing Lingyue shook her head. "Hee, little Bing Lingyue, since they're not here, let's, hee." Lin Xian smirked and moved closer to Bing Lingyue's face. The two of them were really familiar with each other. Moreover, there was a very special layer of relationship between them. This kind of familiarity was qualified to seep into the ambiguous aspect. "No." Bing Lingyue moved further away. "Hey, little Bing Lingyue, Xiao Linglong already asked me to pursue you. Give me a chance." Lin Xian moved closer to Bing Lingyue and said. The relationship between Bing Lingyue and him was really super good. Only one sentence was missing. This time, Lin Xian finally found a chance. Maybe he could get Bing Lingyue tonight. In fact, if Lin Xian really wanted to get her, he probably would have done it long ago. The relationship between the two of them was quite special. And Bing Lingyue naturally liked Lin Xian. There was no need to think too much about it. After being together for such a long time and having that layer of relationship between them, Lin Xian was probably the person she loved before she fell asleep. Especially when she saw Lin Xian and Ling Ying's musical and saw Lin Xian's ancient costume. That feeling was very strong. She believed it was true because Ling Long Shui also told her about the acacia flower. Bing Lingyue lowered her head. She was very, very confused, very confused. "But you already have Linglong." "But Xiao Linglong doesn't mind if I have multiple wives." "Do you mind?" Lin Xian asked. Bing Lingyue shook her head. "Then it's settled." Lin Xian looked at her with a smile. Why was this empress so cute? In front of Lin Xian really couldn't feel that she was an empress. She was easily shy and cute, like Linya. Chapter 993. There was only one reason why Bing Lingyue didn't agree. She didn't know how to face Ling Long Shui. Yes, Ling Long Shui even wanted her to be with Lin Xian. She also liked Lin Xian. There were two reasons why she liked him. First, they were originally a couple. That was something that happened many years ago. Second, she had a good impression of Lin Xian. Of course, she was willing, but she and Ling Long Shui were good friends. She felt that her current lifestyle was pretty good. If it changed, she didn't know if it would be good. She was content with the current situation. "What are you thinking about?" Lin Xian reached out and hugged Bing Lingyue's waist. "Oh my, so thin." This Bing Lingyue was naturally the best. Bing Lingyue's body trembled. "You don't think too much. Anyway, I'm going to push you down today." Lin Xian turned around and pushed Bing Lingyue down on the sofa. Don't do this." Bing Lingyue panicked. She didn't know what to do. "Little girl, you can't run away." Lin Xian then kissed Bing Lingyue's red lips. "Oh." Bing Lingyue's beautiful eyes widened. She couldn't believe this scene. She and Lin Xian were like this. Ding. Successfully kissed big sister. Prince Charming points plus 1 million. Don't. Bing Lingyue subconsciously resisted. But as she resisted, it was gone. "Big sister, I want 3 big bowls of rice today." At the door, Ling Long Shui was carrying a few dishes. There was also her favorite crispy skin roast duck. She couldn't help but want to make some rice and eat. "Then I'll make more," Ling Long Shui said softly. Then, she took out the key and opened the door. At the moment the door opened, the scene in front of them caused them to be stunned. The roast duck in Ling Longyue's hand fell to the ground. On the sofa, Lin Xian was on top of Bing Lingyue. Bing Lingyue's clothes were almost stripped off by him. Then, Lin Xian turned his head and looked at them. The scene was very awkward. I. Lin Xian quickly stood up. Bastard! You scoundrel! Ling Longyu was going crazy. I'm going to sleep. Sleep. Bing Lingyue's face was so red that it was about to explode. She didn't know what to do in broad daylight. She even said that she was going to sleep. Then, she quickly ran back to her room. That. Xiao Linglong. Lin Xian looked at Linglong Shui awkwardly. Go and make some rice. Linglong Shui said to Lin Xian. Oh. Then she walked into Bing Lingyue's room. Bastard! Bastard! Ling Longyue ran towards Lin Xian and threw a punch at him. Lin Xian nimbly dodged it. Hey, what are you doing? Lin Xian looked at Ling Longyue. You already have an elder sister and you still want to take advantage of Sister Bing. Shameless. I remember we made a bet. If I manage to get little Bing Bing, you'll have to be my girlfriend, right? What about now? Did you see what happened just now? Ling Longyue. Really, why? What was so special about this Lin Xian? It was fine if her elder sister fell in love with him, but Sister Bing also, she couldn't understand. She really couldn't understand. Humph. The time has passed. You've already lost. Alright, I admit defeat. I accept the punishment. But you have to be obedient, right? Lin Xian revealed a smirk. Why should I? You've already lost. The time has passed. Even if you use tricks to get Sister Bing to leave, I will never do it. Ling Longyue said proudly. Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders. The more arrogant you are now, the more miserable you will cry in the future. Lin Xian said. Ling Longyue. Your elder sister and Sister Bing have both been taken by me. Tell me, what rights do you have in this family? Lin Xian said with a smirk. What about me? Lin Xian said proudly. I'll kill you. Ling Long Shui heard the noise outside and shook her head secretly. Then she looked at Bing Lingyue. Bing Lingyue had already put on her clothes. But her face was still extremely red. Even her ears were red. That's good. Ling Long Shui looked at Bing Lingyue and said softly. Bing Lingyue raised her head and looked at Ling Long Shui. I don't know what's going on. Bing Lingyue said helplessly. It's nothing. This is what I want to see. Ling Long Shui said. Really? Bing Lingyue looked at Ling Long Shui. Yes, this Lin Xian is indeed a hooligan, but he's still a trustworthy person. Furthermore, you have such a deep connection and fate with him, so I should have interfered halfway. So, what's wrong with that? Bing Lingyue didn't know what to say. Just let nature take its course. Don't think too much. Plus, Lin Xian needs you to take care of him in the future. Ling Long Shui said. Have you decided to go to that place? Ling Long Shui nodded. Yes. But. No buts. This is my destiny. Ling Long Shui said softly. But a person's life is not just about destiny. If it was in the past, I wouldn't have said anything. But now, you are not only the Void Fox, but also Lin Xian's partner. You are also the mother of the child in your belly. Ling Long Shui paused. To be honest, she hadn't made up her mind about whether or not she should go. That's right. In the past, there really wasn't anything holding her back. If there was, it would be her younger sister. But now, there was Lin Xian and the child in her belly. But she didn't want to think about it. Let's talk about it later. Can you get your memories back? Ling Long Shui asked. Naturally, the memories were about Lin Xian from 800 years ago. Bing Lingyue shook her head. The love flower is like that. It can't be found. But it's fine now. Yes, I think it's fine now. Then let's do it like this. But what? Bing Lingyue looked at Ling Long Shui. That Lin Xian is more hateful. Although you are the emperor of a country, you are very gentle in front of your family and friends. I'm afraid you will be bullied to death by Lin Xian. Bing Lingyue was stunned. She was indeed like that. In front of the generals and ministers, she was very dignified. But in front of her family and friends, she was a different person. Forget it. Anyway, you are in a relationship. It doesn't matter if he bullies you or not. But don't think too much. Yes, I know. Bing Lingyue nodded. Okay, you can go out. I'll sit for a while. Linglong Shui smiled slightly, nodded, and walked out. Hey! Xiao Linglong, what did little Bing Bing say? Lin Xian saw Linglong Shui walk out and couldn't wait to ask. Chapter 994. Therefore, Lin Xian knew this very well. He thought that he couldn't just let Yi Ranbing have sex with him whenever she wanted to. He had to make her feel that it wasn't an easy thing to do. He had to make her feel that it wasn't an easy thing to do. He had to make her feel like she couldn't get him even if she stretched out her hand. However, the difference was that you pursued girls to have sex with them. Lin Xian didn't want to satisfy Yi Ranbing's desire to have sex with her. Therefore, this might not be useful. Lin Xian had already reached the end point of others. Logically speaking, Lin Xian had too much experience in pursuing girls. However, he really didn't know what to do in this situation, especially when he was facing a demon god. Sigh, forget it, forget it. Let's not think about it. Are you going tonight? Ling Longyue looked at Lin Xian and asked. I'm not going. Damn it. Do I have to go just because she says so? Wouldn't that be embarrassing for me? What if she finds another man? Ling Longyue said. Lin Xian. Logically speaking, that wasn't impossible. That's not possible. She cares a lot about her chastity. She might just say it, but she won't really do it. Linglong Shui said. Hearing Linglong Shui's words, Lin Xian was relieved. Thinking about it, Yi Ranbing was a demon god. She was a woman. She had her own pride. How could she let another man play with her body? As for Lin Xian, they had already had sex. Lin Xian was Linglong Shui's man. He was a bit special. Therefore, in Yi Ranbing's eyes, Lin Xian was also special. Once, there would be a second time. Twice, there would be countless times. If that thing makes her unhappy, what if she beats Lin Xian up? Ling Longyue said. That's very possible. Linglong Shui nodded slightly and pondered. Lin Xian then looked at Linglong Shui with an aggrieved expression. Don't look at me. As long as she doesn't kill you, nothing else matters. Linglong Shui said calmly as she cut the steak. Lin Xian then looked at Bing Lingyue with a wronged expression. I can't beat her. Bing Lingyue said helplessly. Lin Xian didn't know what to do. Does that mean I have to go tonight? I find it strange. That Yi Ranbing is not inferior to my elder sister in any way. Why are you still unwilling when she offers herself to you? Ling Longyu really couldn't understand. I'm willing, but I've already said that I'm afraid of her. Besides, she's really like a wolf or a tiger. Look at your sister. I've been looking for her every day. Sometimes, she won't even let me kiss her. Look at her. She's been going for 3 hours without stopping. How can I resist her? Lin Xian wanted to cry, but no tears came out. Work hard on your cultivation. It'll be much better when you reach the domain realm. Linglong Shui could only say this. It was a little strange. They were all here talking about Lin Xian doing it with other girls. Moreover, it seemed very normal. How many people in the world could be like this? Then I'll stay here tonight. If she insists on me going over, you have to protect me. Lin Xian looked at Linglong Shui expectantly. Let's go after dinner. Linglong Shui said. Lin Xian. Wah. He had a mental breakdown. I'll buy you more food to nourish your body, Bing Lingyue said. That was all she could do. Lin Xian never thought that he would be so worried about this. He was truly afraid of Yi Renbing. Furthermore, his body really couldn't take it. Logically speaking, girls shouldn't be able to take it either. Yi Renbing had even begged for mercy the last time, but she was a Fey immortal after all. How could a Fey immortal with a heavenly Dao realm body be treated with common sense? It was very difficult for Lin Xian to force her to submit, but it wasn't impossible. This is for you. Linglong Shui extended her hand and a red leaf appeared in her hand. What's this? Lin Xian received it in puzzlement. It's a type of spirit medicine. Spirit medicine? What's it for? Lin Xian asked curiously. It's for increasing your, strength. You can consume it now. There's no harm. Linglong Shui said. Lin Xian naturally didn't doubt Linglong Shui's words. This was because Lin Xian knew that Linglong Shui definitely wouldn't harm him. Then, Lin Xian ate the red leaf without any hesitation. I don't feel anything? Lin Xian looked at Linglong Shui in puzzlement. Logically speaking, Linglong Shui should have given him a super powerful existence. Everything she gave him in the past was the same. However, he didn't feel anything after eating it. It was as though he had eaten a very ordinary leaf. The medicinal effects aren't great. You'll slowly feel it later. Linglong Shui said. Alright, how much strength can it increase? Lin Xian asked. How much strength? Linglong Shui pondered for a moment before saying, not necessarily. It varies from person to person. Okay. Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders. Anyway, it's not a loss. However, he was still a little puzzled. Because Linglong Shui usually doesn't think about anything. If you ask her a question, her answer will be very decisive. But this time, she seemed a little hesitant. Logically speaking, if Linglong Shui chose to give him something, she would have already thought about the use of it. Why would she hesitate? This is a little abnormal in Lin Xian's understanding of Linglong Shui. But forget it, Lin Xian didn't think too much about it. Anyway, he just needed to know that Linglong Shui definitely wouldn't harm him. After eating, Lin Xian sat on the sofa and played with Dragony. Dragony looked a little listless. Linglong Shui said that as long as she reached the promotion stage, she would be especially sleepy. So Lin Xian carried her to the bed to sleep. You're not leaving? Linglong Shui saw that it was getting late and said to Lin Xian. F***CK. Of course I'm not leaving. Are you chasing me away? Linglong Shui shook her head and said, I'm not chasing you away. You still have to leave when she comes. Lin Xian. Are you really not going to protect me? Lin Xian asked, feeling wronged. She's not going to kill you. Why should I protect you? Lin Xian really couldn't refute Linglong Shui's words. After thinking about it, Lin Xian said, but she wants to sleep with your man. Are you not going to do anything? Linglong Shui. I'm going to do something, but is it useful? There are other girls without her. Lin Xian. Linglong Shui's words left Lin Xian speechless again. Numbness, it's his problem. I'm wrong, Lin Xian said repeatedly. Then Lin Xian stood up. Forget it, I'll leave first. Maybe I can avoid her and she won't be able to find me. With that, Lin Xian walked away. Linglong Shui smiled faintly. Avoid her? How is that possible? He thought too simply of a demon god. Chapter 995. Why? What method did Lin Xian use to make her advance? She didn't feel anything. The next moment, Bing Lingyue's delicate body really exploded with power. This wasn't an advancement to the heavenly Dao, so there wasn't much commotion or danger. Then, Bing Lingyue clearly felt her strength increase. She was now surprised. If Lin Xian gave her something to eat to advance, it would be understandable. But she didn't eat anything. All she did was chat. How did she advance? How did you do it? Bing Lingyue looked at Lin Xian in surprise. Then I can't let you know. If you know, I won't be mysterious in front of you anymore. It's better to keep a sense of mystery, Lin Xian said with a smile. Bing Lingyue saw that Lin Xian didn't say anything, so she didn't continue asking. Bing Lingyue's mission was to push down the mission. She didn't even trigger a confession mission. But somehow, she succeeded in confessing and received a reward. The reward was half of the reward for pushing down the mission. The other half was the heavenly Tao skill, Ice Immortal Art. Lin Xian treated her as an empress. She was special. Since he pushed her down, the heavenly Tao skill would naturally come. How about I dote on you tonight? Lin Xian then whispered into her ear. After saying that, he breathed out a breath of hot air. Bing Lingyue's delicate body suddenly trembled. Who do you want to dote on? At this moment, the door of Bing Lingyue's room was pushed open. A figure stood there, and the light shone in from behind her. This scene was like the ending of the latest episode of some TV series. It was a scene that left a sense of anticipation for the next episode. Lin Xian. Really, when he saw Yi Renbing leaning against the door, Lin Xian had the urge to hide behind Bing Lingyue. This woman. Why the F***ck was she here? His voice was very soft, but no matter how soft it was, could he hide in front of a heavenly Tao realm existence? Perhaps Linglong Shui couldn't hear it because she didn't deliberately listen. If she really deliberately listened, she would be able to hear sounds from a few kilometers away. She could casually release her divine sense, and everything within a few dozen kilometers would be within her insight. Lin Xian felt a splitting headache whenever he saw Yi Renbing. Yes, she was beautiful. Yi Renbing, Bing Lingyue, and Linglong Shui were the three most beautiful women that Lin Xian had ever seen. In fact, in terms of beauty, they were about the same. However, their status, strength, and other aspects were too much. Some beautiful girls could not compare to them. Standing together, there was a kind of otherworldly feeling. But this woman... It was the devil, the devil. Lin Xian shuddered, not knowing what to do. That. Why are you here? Lin Xian released Yi Renbing and asked awkwardly. I heard that someone didn't give me face, so I came to see if he would give me face or not. Yi Renbing leaned against the door and lazily played with her slender hands. She glanced sideways at Lin Xian and said indifferently, Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose. You guys chat. I'll go see if there's anything I can help with. Bing Lingyue stood up and nodded slightly at Yi Renbing before walking out. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Yi Renbing then walked in and looked at Lin Xian. She said, an empress of a generation. Although she's human, she's still an empress. Sigh, she's been seduced by you just like that? Can you handle it? Lin Xian wanted to cry. Big sis, what are you doing? Nothing. I just came to see how someone is doing. He looks fine. Why don't you come to my place? Lin Xian. Big sis, I really can't take it anymore. You have to understand men, right? You can just lie there and change your aptitude. You can move a few times. What about me? I'm really tired. Lin Xian wanted to cry. Tired? I just heard that someone was going to pamper that empress. Tired? Lin Xian. I was wrong. I was wrong, okay? Lin Xian really wanted to cry. F***ck. She was like a wolf or a tiger. Who could stand this? Then let's go. Yi Renbing then grabbed Lin Xian's wrist. Lin Xian. Don't. Then here. That's fine. Lin Xian. Xiao Linglong help. After saying that, Lin Xian ran out. He had just taken 2 steps when his figure was restrained by Yi Renbing. Outside, Linglong Shui was preparing food when she heard Lin Xian's voice. Should we? Bing Lingyue asked tentatively. No need. It's good that someone can teach him a lesson, Linglong Shui said softly. But why does it feel so unpleasant? Ling Lingyue muttered. Teaching him a lesson was no problem, but the way to teach him a lesson was to have sex with him. That was unpleasant. On the other side, Lin Xian turned to look at Yi Renbing. My Lord Demon God, please let me rest for a few days. I beg you. Lin Xian said pitifully. If other men knew that such a beautiful and noble woman wanted to have sex with you and you rejected her, they would be so shocked that their jaws would drop to the ground. It wasn't that Lin Xian didn't want to have sex, nor was it that Lin Xian couldn't take it anymore. After resting for a few days, he was more or less done. It was just that, damn, he had just confirmed his relationship with Bing Lingyue and now he was doing it with another girl? Although the girl wouldn't say anything, she would definitely feel uncomfortable. Furthermore, wasn't this too much of a scumbag? Furthermore, this Yi Renbing was really thirsty. What did Lin Xian feel when he was having sex with her? He was really just a tool for her to vent. However, Yi Renbing's favorability towards Lin Xian wasn't low. Perhaps people were different. She was just like that and didn't mind it. But to be honest, the reason why Lin Xian could be with her to this extent was because of Ling Longshue's help. Otherwise, Yi Renbing wouldn't be looking for Lin Xian to have sex with him. She would be looking for Lin Xian to kill him. No, you have to do whatever I want you to do, Yi Renbing said domineeringly. F***ck. If you weren't a demon god, I would have F***king hit you. I dare you to say that again. Yi Renbing glanced coldly at Lin Xian. Lin Xian gulped. I was wrong. That's more like it. Yi Renbing stood up and walked out. Lin Xian scratched his head aggrievedly. What the hell was this? Why was he the one who was aggrieved when the woman was passionate? After Yi Renbing walked out, she very consciously sat on a chair by the dining table. When is the meal? Soon. Ling Longshue said softly. You made it. Her beautiful eyes looked at the few dishes on the table. I bought it. You're eating this. Yi Renbing extended her hand and a bottle of 100 Flowers wine appeared in her hand. She placed it on the table and extended her hand. A cup flew in front of her and she poured herself a cup. Pour it yourself. With that said, she threw the wine bottle to Ling Longshue. Of the girls in the room, 2 were at the heavenly Tao realm. 1 was a void fox, 1 was a demon god, and 1 was at the great void realm. Empress, 1 was at the heavenly venerable realm, and 1 was about to step into the great void realm. Void Fox's younger sister, Lesser Void Fox. Chapter 996. Logically speaking, with such people in the entire world, how amazing would it be to gather them together? Lin Xian walked out and looked at them. They seemed to be getting along well. Lin Xian felt that he was about to create a legend. Although he had created many legends, none of them were as meaningful as this one. What kind of legend was this? If it was done well, the 10th Monster God Temple of the Myriad Demon Alliance would not attack the humans. A large area of Lin and city would be safe. At least there would be 1 less monster god to threaten the humans. Of course, there was a prerequisite. Lin Xian had to really conquer Yi Renbing. How could he conquer Yi Renbing? At least Yi Renbing would have to listen to him. However, it would be very difficult to make this demon immortal listen to him. It wasn't as simple as serving her comfortably. Serving her comfortably didn't mean that she would be obedient. If he wanted her to be obedient, he would have to conquer her. Of course, that didn't mean that he couldn't conquer her. However, that was probably only conquering her body. What was more important was her heart. She had to value you very much, just like Ling Longshue. She would listen to you. For Lin Xian, this wasn't difficult. One had to know that this Yi Renbing wanted to do that with him. This kind of relationship would be much easier to cultivate. Although it wasn't as simple as serving her comfortably, he had an infinitely high starting point in this aspect. The rest would depend on how he would conquer Yi Renbing. Lin Xian was speechless. He had never thought that he would be able to sleep with a demon deity. Even after he got together with Ling Longshue, he had never thought of this point. However, reality was just so unpredictable. The visual impact of Yi Renbing, Ling Longshue, and Bing Lingyue sitting together was indescribable. Moreover, they were wearing ordinary clothes. If they were dressed up, damn, they would be fairies. No, Yi Renbing was a witch. Seeing Lin Xian walk out, the girls all looked at Lin Xian. Each of them had their own thoughts. Logically speaking, in front of these big shots, Lin Xian would be fine if there was only one of them. However, with the three of them together, Lin Xian felt like he was invisible. He was a piece of such *T. Cough, cough. This wine smells so good. Lin Xian could smell the fragrance of the 100 Flowers wine from afar. This wine was really good. He could not forget it after drinking it at Yi Ranbing's place. There's no more for you. It's all. Yi Ranbing then poured the empty jar in front of Lin Xian. Lin Xian. It was delicious, but it was too rare. It took a lot of time for the elves to brew a bottle of this wine. Even the elves themselves liked to drink this wine, but the cost was too high, the time it took was too long, and the effort it took was too long. Just a sip. Lin Xian then went over and grabbed Yi Ranbing's cup. He drank the entire jar of 100 Flowers wine in one gulp. Yi Ranbing. If she did not want Lin Xian to take it away, Lin Xian would never be able to take it away. However, he drank it all? Too presumptuous. Too presumptuous. No one dared to treat her like this in her life. But why couldn't she get angry? It's delicious. Do you have more? Give me a jar. I'll invite my friends to try it. Lin Xian grinned at Yi Ranbing. Yes. Come to my place tonight. I'll give you a jar before you leave. Yi Ranbing tilted her head and glanced at Lin Xian, who was standing beside her. Big sis, I beg you. Let me rest for 2 days. Lin Xian said helplessly as he sat by the side. TCH. Actually, someone is overjoyed. Ling Longyue grumbled. Holy *T. You lass, I'm going to hit you. Lin Xian glared at her. He was really overjoyed. He was really tired. Yi Ranbing arrogantly held her wine cup and took another sip. Big sis, don't you need to rest? Lin Xian looked at Yi Ranbing and said helplessly. For us Heavenly Tao Realm cultivators, we don't need to rest. Yi Ranbing answered. Lin Xian looked at Ling Longshui. Ling Longshui nodded. There aren't many things in this world that can make a Heavenly Tao Realm cultivator need to rest. Hey, I'm your hubby. Your hubby is about to be forced by another woman. Aren't you going to speak up for me? Lin Xian said aggrievedly. Nope. Lin Xian. Logically speaking, it would be very strange if others were to know about it. A few women were actually discussing who he was going to have sex with in front of a man. Wasn't that too magnanimous? Yi Ranbing curled her lips and looked at Lin Xian with her beautiful eyes. Lin Xian trembled. Damn, this woman was too scary. It was the look of a big bad wolf looking at a little white rabbit. And he, Lin Xian, was the little white rabbit. This chicken is quite delicious. I'll take it. Yi Ranbing put away the dish on the table and stood up. She looked at Lin Xian. If you don't come tonight, I have plenty of ways to punish you. With that said, Yi Ranbing's figure vanished. Lin Xian drooped his head and looked listless. Look, Lin Xian seems to be very disappointed and unhappy right now. Then, when he got there, he probably changed. Ling Longyue said. Bullshit. Lin Xian glared at Ling Longyu. Humph. She's clearly the one. She's so pretty, in no way inferior to Big Sister. You don't even want her as a pervert? That's impossible. You don't understand. Lin Xian said helplessly. Ling Longshui looked at Lin Xian curiously. Yi Ranbing's appearance was top-notch in her eyes. She was really beautiful. She didn't expect him to take advantage of her. However, Lin Xian kept rejecting her. Was he trying to reject her or what? She wasn't too sure. Why don't you want to go? Ling Longshui asked. At least now, they could be sure that Yi Ranbing wouldn't kill Lin Xian. Why would I go? It's a waste of energy and I'll be scared. Scared? Yeah, I'm really scared of this woman. Think about it. She's a demon god. I slapped her a few times, made her kneel, and asked her to do anything. Doesn't she hate me? Not to mention a demon god, even a normal person would hate that person. Linglong Shui nodded slightly. That's right. That's why I'm thinking that this woman called me over. Although we seem to be on good terms, I can't see through her at all. Who knows, she might torture me half to death. Xiao Linglong, do you think I'm right? Linglong Shui nodded. Although you're not strong, you're good at reading people. Lin Xian. Chapter 997. When Lin Xian heard Linglong Shui's words, he knew that his worries were real. Linglong Shui said, I've known her for so many years, and she's a person that even I can't see through. You seem to have an intimate relationship with her, and she even took the initiative to look for you, but that doesn't mean that she won't do anything to you. She might be a little unhappy, and it's normal for you to be in a coma for half a month. That doesn't mean that she has feelings for you. It's very possible that you're just a tool for her to vent her desires. Lin Xian. Wow. You knew that, but you still sent me to her. Linglong Shui shrugged slightly and said, It's fine. At least I know that she won't kill you. Even if you lose an arm or a leg, it's still easy for us to restore you to normal. It's just that you'll have to suffer a little. Lin Xian. You don't love me anymore, Lin Xian said, aggrieved. Linglong Shui calmly ate the delicious food, and then glanced at Lin Xian. Then do you love me? Of course, heaven and earth can be my witness. You love me, so you found so many other girls? Then should I find a few more men if I love you? Lin Xian. I won't say anything. Lin Xian said helplessly. Linglong Shui was quite satisfied with her victory, but her expression didn't change at all. Then she continued, But Yi Renbing is still quite innocent, and sometimes very silly. No matter how you look at least in my eyes, she's a very good person. Actually, I also think that she's not bad. Lin Xian scratched his head and said, It's just that. I can't see through her. Besides, she's a demon god. Many people died in the war she started. You say that I hate her, but that's only from a human's point of view. However, I do hate her because I don't know how many people's family members died here, including Xintong's only remaining brother. He was also exposed by the humans during the Linfeng city plan and was sacrificed. To be honest, I really don't know what to think or say. My woman is actually the enemy of the humans. How am I supposed to tell Xintong that I was the one who caused your brother's death? Yes, this was what Lin Xian was most conflicted about. But even if I don't hate her, I can't hate her. My injuries are indeed my fault. Of course, it's also because she forced me into a corner. From her point of view, she's a demon god. She waged war after war against humans. Her point of view isn't wrong. Lin Xian felt helpless. Actually, she was not a demon god in the past. That's strange. She definitely wasn't. Could it be that she was born a demon god? Lin Xian said. Linglong Shui said, She used to be like me. She was also neutral. She never killed any humans unless they provoked her. We met at that time. Lin Xian listened carefully. This might be very important. Perhaps it was related to something important to her, such as whether he could pursue her or a convenient way to truly take down Yi Renbing. Everyone had a weakness. And then? Lin Xian asked. At that time, Yi Renbing's father was the demon god of the 10th hall of the demon god temple. But she didn't care about it at all. Until one day, her family fought against humans and all of them died on the battlefield. From that day on, she took over the 10th hall of the demon god temple and became a demon god. At the same time, she began to hate humans. Linglong Shui continued, Later, those human experts who killed her family were all killed by her. But she was already the 10th hall master of the demon god temple. I've been persuading her for many years, but to no avail. Don't even think about persuading her to stop. But we can't just let it go like this, right? Lin Xian said. Then do as you deem fit. I can't do anything about it anyway. Linglong Shui picked up the rice and ate it gracefully in small mouthfuls. What can I do? Lin Xian sighed. This was a very bad feeling. It was like your woman was the enemy of humans. Could you imagine this feeling? It means that you're married to a wanted murderer, and you know that she's a wanted murderer. The most important thing was that this murderer was one of the top experts in the world. But it wasn't the same. Murderers were the enemies of some people, but Yi Renbing was the enemy of the human race. But on second thought, Yi Renbing was not his woman. At most, they were in a relationship. Lin Xian didn't think that Yi Renbing regarded him as her man. He might just be a tool for Yi Renbing to vent her desire. That's right, this description is very apartment. This Yi Renbing is the type of person who has never experienced love before. But after an accident, and because of Lin Xian's uniqueness, she couldn't stop herself. A top expert like her wouldn't fall in love with Lin Xian just because they had sex once. She's just a tool, at least for now. At this time, Dragony flew out of the room with a yawn. According to Linglong Shui, Dragony had reached another stage of advancement. Every time she reached a stage of advancement, she would be especially sleepy. This time she smelled something nice and struggled for a long time before she finally got up and flew over. Big brother. Dragony threw a knife at Lin Xian's shoulder and kissed Lin Xian's face. Let's go eat something good. Lin Xian smiled and rubbed her cheeks. Aha. Then Bing Lingyue set aside a plate for Dragony and helped her prepare the food. By the way, what is this Yi Renbing part of the Yao clan? Lin Xian suddenly asked. Dragons. Dragons? Aha, and she's a true dragon. Lin Xian scratched his head. Lin Xian only knew about dragons, but he didn't know much about them. Dragons have hundreds of branches, different attributes and different existences. Among them, there are dozens that are true dragons. Yi Renbing belongs to the Night Shadow Dragons, a dark attribute dragon. She's one of the strongest dragons. In terms of talent, even I might not be able to compete with her. But now there are only a dozen of them left. She's the only one active in the world, the rest have all gone into seclusion. This world is fair, dragons have the strongest physical strength, but their reproductive ability is very weak. Night Shadow Dragon. Lin Xian scratched his head. Dragon's chick. How do I get her? Anyway, Lin Xian thinks it's going to be very difficult. But when it comes to chasing a girl, you can't be a bootlicker. You have to make her feel like it's not that easy to get. Once a woman thinks it's easy to get someone, that person won't let her fall in love with him. Chapter 998. Where did Lin Xian go after he left? That's right, he went to an internet cafe. He didn't know where to go. Which girl's house should he go to? That wasn't a good idea because Yi Renbing would send someone to look for him tonight. It wasn't safe or convenient. If he went to an internet cafe, he could still play games with the girls. As expected, the group of girls formed a team again. Unfortunately, they didn't bring Lin Xian along. Lin Xian didn't like to play with them either. Playing with them was definitely a form of military training for him because they didn't even need minions, jungles, or resources. They just wanted to attack Lin Xian. It wasn't a gaming experience at all. They couldn't fight Lin Xian in real life, but they could vent their frustrations in the game. While they were fighting, Lin Xian entered their voice chat with nothing else to do. Then, he watched from the spectator seats and chatted with the girls while he was at it. About 2 hours later, it was already past 8 o'clock at night. A beautiful girl walked into the internet cafe and attracted a lot of attention. Lin Xian had his headphones on and was passionately chatting with the girls. When she saw Lin Xian, she walked over and patted Lin Xian's shoulder. Lin Xian took off his headphones and looked behind him. Master is looking for you. She looked at Lin Xian and said softly. Lin Xian. Wait, how did you find me? Lin Xian was curious. You're amazing, but it's still hard for you to find someone in such a big city, right? Even if it's not hard, you still need time, right? I'm sitting in an internet cafe. Lin Xian even specifically chose an internet cafe on the second floor of the basement. How do you find someone like that? But they still found me. You have master's scent on you, the girl said softly. She didn't know the relationship between Lin Xian and her master, but her master always asked her to find Lin Xian. In any case, they weren't enemies, so she respected Lin Xian. You can even smell that? What race are you from? Spirit Cat Clan, she said softly. No wonder. The cat race's sense of smell was naturally sensitive. It was not an exaggeration for her to be able to find Lin Xian just by relying on his scent. The key point was that when the demon race could cultivate, and when their cultivation reached a very high level, this ability would become even more terrifying. Sigh. Lin Xian sighed. Originally, Lin Xian wanted to hide, but since he was found, he knew that he couldn't hide anymore. Even if he beat this girl away, there would be more people coming. Maybe Yi Renbing would come personally, and that wouldn't be good. To think that I, the great Lin Xian, who has mingled with countless top-notch girls, would actually have to worry about something like this. How hateful. Lin Xian wanted to cry but had no tears. Then he left Lin and city with the girl and went to the 10th palace of the demon god temple. As for how they got there, she seemed to have a very powerful spatial spiritual device in her hand. She directly took Lin Xian to the 10th palace's Sky Island. The Sky Island was very beautiful at night. There was a lot of light, and it felt closer to the stars and the moon. There were probably hundreds or even hundreds of girls on the Sky Island, and they were all super beautiful girls. They seemed to be very comfortable here, and there weren't many rules. They could run around happily, make bonfires, roast meat, play games together, and laugh. It was obvious that Yi Renbing treated them very well. These girls seemed to be Yi Renbing's harem, but ever since Lin Xian took her, she really didn't touch them anymore. At most, they would give Yi Renbing massages and so on. Yi Renbing told Lin Xian that as long as he served her well, he could play with the girls here. This was probably the dream of all men. Perhaps some men would stay on the Sky Island for the rest of their lives and live a licentious life. However, ever since Lin Xian experienced the feeling of a man being squeezed dry by a woman, he gave up. At this moment, Yi Renbing was sitting in front of a bonfire, chatting with many beautiful girls and eating barbecued meat. Of course, Lin Xian didn't know what kind of meat they were barbecuing, but it couldn't be human meat. The girl brought Lin Xian here. Master, Lin Xian is here, the girl said softly. Yi Renbing sat there and turned her head to look at Lin Xian. Okay, take a rest and eat something. Yi Renbing said. Yes. Lin Xian looked at the dazzling girls and a scene suddenly appeared in his mind. Then, he couldn't help but swallow a mouthful of saliva. He was a little afraid. The girls also looked at Lin Xian in puzzlement. They didn't know who he was or what relationship he had with their master, but at least he was the only man who came here. Some people knew that he was Lin Xian, but few knew of Lin Xian's relationship with Yi Renbing. Xue Bingxin and Xue Binglan were already at the martial arts academy. Why? Don't you usually interact with girls? Why do you look so afraid now? Yi Renbing said to Lin Xian with a smile. Sis, I'm just a human. You have a group of experts with such high realms, and you, a heavenly Tao realm demon god, around. Do you think I'm not afraid? I'm afraid that you will skin me alive and roast me over this fire. Lin Xian said weakly. Logically speaking, there was a fear that came from the bottom of his heart. Have a seat and have something to eat. Today is our festival. Yi Renbing said to Lin Xian. Lin Xian walked in front of her and sat down. Festival? What festival? Yi Renbing looked at Lin Xian and curled her lips. Come sit with me. How interesting. Was Lin Xian really that afraid of her? He was so afraid that he was sitting opposite her. She didn't think she was that scary, right? Furthermore, she had been intimate with Lin Xian so many times. With Linglong Shui around, he should know that she wouldn't kill him. Why was he so afraid of her? He was really afraid. He couldn't figure out or see through this woman. Even if she didn't die, F***K, he had slapped her a few times back then. Not only that, Lin Xian really felt that she bore a grudge against him. Don't. It's quite nice here. 3 breaths of time. I'll sit. Lin Xian hurriedly moved to her side and sat down. Those big sisters all looked at Yi Ranbing and Lin Xian with great curiosity. Yi Ranbing opened a bottle of 100-flower wine and threw it to Lin Xian. She held a fruit and said, "Today is our Yao clan's festival. It can be considered your human spring festival. So, I'm happy today and can fulfill a small wish of yours. How about it? Do you want it?" Lin Xian nodded repeatedly. "Yes, I want it. You can say this small wish, but I can refuse it as I wish. Until you say a wish that I can't refuse." Lin Xian, let me think. Lin Xian rubbed his chin. Don't be in a hurry to think. Don't you humans have to kowtow during the spring festival? You can only get a red packet if you kowtow. My wish is also a red packet. You have to kowtow to me too. Lin Xian. Chapter 999. What the F***ck? Lin Xian cursed in his heart. Then I don't want it. Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders and said, I'm finished. I have a bad premonition. I feel like Yi Ranbing is going to mess with me. This feeling is super strong. You don't want it? You just agreed. A man never goes back on his word. How can you go back on your word? Yi Ranbing said with a smile. You didn't ask me to kowtow before, so it doesn't count. Yi Ranbing touched her delicate chin. She wanted to mess with him. After all, she was very unhappy. However, seeing that he was in front of so many people and in her territory, Lin Xian showed a trace of grievance and fear. Seeing Lin Xian's expression, Yi Ranbing was already somewhat satisfied. She felt very good. It turns out that Lin Xian is quite afraid. She knows her limits. Alright, it doesn't count. Yi Ranbing lazily stretched. At that moment, she was super charming. Lin Xian was a bit confused. Damn, she's so beautiful and so tempting. Why don't I want to do her? No, it's not that I don't want to do her. Doing her is the dream of any man. It's just that there are a lot of things to consider. Alright, where are the 2 sisters? Lin Xian glanced around and didn't see the 2 beautiful sisters who came here for the first time. Then, he asked curiously. Although Lin Xian liked Yi Ranbing, he still said what needed to be said. They've gone to the human world. Yi Ranbing took the bottle of 100-flower wine that the young lady beside her poured for her. After speaking, she took a sip. Lin Xian silently put the bottle of 100-flower wine that Yi Ranbing just threw to him into the interspatial ring. This is definitely the best wine Lin Xian has ever tasted. He took it and prepared to give it to Ling Ying and the other girls so that they can have a taste. Yi Ranbing saw Lin Xian secretly take the bottle of 100-flower wine away, and the corner of her mouth raised slightly. Why did you go to the human world? Lin Xian coughed dryly and asked. No one should have seen it, right? To kill people. Yi Ranbing said indifferently. Lin Xian. Don't. Then check if there are any girls around you are missing. Yi Ranbing said. Lin Xian's brows suddenly furrowed. No. She's scaring me. How are there any missing girls? We were just playing games together. Definitely not. She's scaring me. It's true that I can't kill you. Otherwise, Ling Long Shui will fight me to the death. However, killing the people around you to vent my anger is still fine. Yi Ranbing said jokingly. Ha ha ha, great demon god, don't joke with me. Lin Xian smiled stiffly. In his heart, he felt that she was definitely joking. However, he was still scared. Joking. Yi Ranbing glanced at Lin Xian. Lin Xian said, I was just playing games with them. Did I say that they already made a move? However, you can make a call now and see if you can contact a few. Lin Xian stood up and looked at Yi Ranbing vigilantly. She really could do such a thing. Otherwise, Lin Xian wouldn't be afraid of her at all. Are you serious? Lin Xian stared at her. Yi Renbing took a sip of 100-flower wine. Don't be nervous. If you're obedient, I won't have to do such despicable things. Lin Xian clenched his fists. Then, he quickly left with his phone to contact a few girls. And Xian and Miao Xiaomiao couldn't be contacted. They weren't among the girls playing games either, so no one knew what happened to them. Where are they? Lin Xian ran over and stared at Yi Renbing. F***ck. So angry. The corners of Yi Renbing's mouth curled up. She raised her head and looked at Lin Xian, who was standing beside her. How many do you know? Let them go. Then are you going to be obedient? Lin Xian's body deflated. Yes, I'll be obedient. Please don't do anything to the people around me. Yi Renbing's lips curled again. Wouldn't it have been better if you had been obedient earlier? Then, she snapped her fingers. A girl walked over respectfully. Go, tell them to let those 2 girls go. Yes, master. Lin Xian sighed in relief. Then, he looked at Yi Renbing and said, I hope you didn't do anything to them. What are you going to do about it if I do something? Yi Renbing naturally wasn't afraid of Lin Xian. What can I do? I'll tell my wife to beat you up. Lin Xian felt helpless. Pfft. Hearing Lin Xian's words, Yi Renbing couldn't help but laugh. First, I'm not sure if she'll do anything. Second, I'm not sure if she'll be able to beat me. Third, you actually dared to threaten me. Lin Xian. No, I just told my wife to come over and talk to you. Just talk. Lin Xian immediately cowered. Oh. Did I hear wrongly? Yes, you heard wrongly. Oh, then you heard wrongly. Come over and help me massage my shoulders. Yi Renbing said indifferently. Coming. Lin Xianran walked behind her and placed his hands on her shoulders to massage her. Is your strength all right? Yes, it's all right. Yi Renbing smiled charmingly. She was a demon god. If she couldn't even control a small human's pulse, wouldn't she be laughed at? She did take an Xian and Miao Xiaomiao away, but she didn't hurt them. Of course, that didn't mean she wouldn't hurt them. For example, just now, if Lin Xian had a falling out with her, for example, pointing at her and insulting her, she could guarantee that even if the 2 of them didn't die, they definitely wouldn't be fine. However, Lin Xian's performance satisfied her. Lin Xian also guessed that Yi Renbing was such a person. Therefore, although Lin Xian was really angry at that moment, he held it in. It was better to admit defeat. Which one of these girls do you like? Yi Renbing asked Lin Xian, who was massaging her shoulders. Lin Xian. They're all pretty. Lin Xian said. Then you can choose anyone. Choose one for what? Lin Xian asked in confusion. I'm letting you choose, so just choose. Lin Xian. Then, I'll choose this one. Lin Xian casually pointed at a cute baby-faced girl who looked 17 or 18 years old. Go play with her. Yi Renbing said. Lin Xian. The hell? Hearing Yi Renbing's words, the girl sensibly walked over and slowly took off her clothes. Lin Xian. Big sister, what are you doing? How can no one perform on such a big day? I want to watch, so what? You're disobedient, aren't you? Yi Renbing said. F***ck. Touching a girl in front of dozens of people. Are you crazy? No, big sister. I have to save some energy to serve you. If I don't have any energy now, won't I be unable to do it later? Lin Xian hurriedly said. You're tuning in to the Narrate and Escape YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.